All right. We're live. We are live on video. We are live on audio.
Okay, so they get to see us?
They
Live
see
in the
us.
flesh.
They hear us.
Everyone's corner says we've been on for like 3.5 minutes, right? Is that? Do you guys have that
Mine
too?
says no.
Nope.
Where are you seeing
Great.
this?
The top left corner. It says like live for 3 minutes and 45
They've been
seconds
live
now.
for 30 seconds.
Sick. Okay, cool. Someone's spying. No worries. We're
Oh, no,
live.
we've not
Whoa,
been-
someone's
we've not been
spying
live
on
for
us?
that long. We've been live
Yo,
for 30 seconds.
oh my God.
Oh,
They're on to us. We're being hacked. Oh, was that a case on your phone, Mike?
Ooh.
Yo, did you just
Never.
say? So,
Never.
did you see a case on his phone?
Nah. Oh.
There's a case on my phone. Yep.
Okay.
This is something different. I'm just not used to it yet. People are going to see this. They're going to see us.
Watch out, Paul Brothers. We're coming. That's all I have to say.
You know,
What are you calling out? Wait, Logan and Jake?
Yeah, let's go. Let's start. I mean, if this is going on YouTube, shit.
Oh,
Oh man,
oh,
we're
talking
calling
about
out
I can't say that because
impulsive.
we're going on YouTube. But
wow. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we're going. We're going.
I'm ready.
yeah, I like Logan's podcast.
Yeah, I like impulsive.
I don't know.
It's not that bad.
I don't know.
I like it.
I have to imagine Ian's never heard it before.
Really?
Never.
Never.
Never
He's
ever.
got some good guests
Ever.
on
I
there.
didn't know we
for
had a
us.
podcast.
Yeah,
to
he's
be
got a
completely
podcast. Yeah.
honest.
Well, who doesn't have a podcast?
Good point.
Good point.
Exactly.
I mean, I
We-
feel like that's
we
all he
have
does now is
Yeah.
mostly just podcasts. I don't even think he makes YouTube
Yeah, he
videos
should stick. He
anymore.
should stick with it. You're doing good at it. Keep it going.
So
Doing great.
today is going to be episode number 6 of the podcast.
There's gonna be a riddle on this one too.
Nope,
Usually throws a
it's
riddle in
just
there.
episode 6. Nope, it's episode 6. Nope. It's just
LeBron
episode
James'
6
new
episode.
number 6.
There it
There
is.
you go. Boom.
Western Conference rankings. Oh my gosh.
So what's everyone up to this week?
Crying because the Sox lost.
Damn.
What?
Yeah,
Being real here.
bad one.
No, too real.
I had a birthday last Friday. That was cool.
Yeah, how was
Yeah.
that? How was your birthday?
Just
You said you didn't want to do anything, so what did you do?
not a thing. I went and watched.
So your wish came true.
Yeah, I went and watched James Bond on Friday. Movie Sick. And then Sunday watched football, lost money, and yeah, pretty normal weekend for me, honestly.
Sounds like everyone's week. Losing money on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the 4 people in here didn't.
No, I did. I won my parlay in the Sunday night game.
Someone's picks did.
Shout out Zach Moss.
Someone's picks did pretty good.
You know, I
You
will
put-
say I have last week's gambling corner stuff. Ian did have a pretty good week.
I did
Hold on,
not.
I have an issue on it. I feel like
Okay.
the upset should be money line because if you think about it, if you're picking the upset spread, the plus money, it's not really an upset if they cover the spread.
It's an underdog. They're not favored in the game.
I know, but
That's true.
That's I'm just.
no.
That's
no,
not a me problem. Man.
No, I'm just saying because if you're like, let's say like Houston plus 19.5 and they lose by 19, they didn't upset anybody.
You picked the underdog to cover the spread. It's like
They
the
upset
underdog
Vegas.
the spread.
Okay, so I thought we were just doing like actual.
I have it.
I
I have
will-
it under. I have it on paper as underdog. I don't have it as upset. I
Yeah,
have it
and there's
underdog.
no eraser
it's
on
underdog.
that.
Okay, all right.
There's literally
I
no way.
apologize. Yeah, no, I got you.
There it is.
I'm still feeling this week.
Yeah. Let's see. Noah, me and you were at the Sox game on Tuesday when they closed out the season.
Those are the great first 2 innings, man. Loved the first 2 innings. Great amazing.
Oh yeah, it was.
Other than that, we had nothing else to celebrate. Literally nothing.
No, and all we had to do was rush me to the airport as soon as the game ended.
Yeah, and then it didn't get delayed.
Yeah, and then it got delayed, so we didn't even need to rush.
So we didn't even, Nope.
So you guys stayed
It's
for the
okay,
whole
though.
game?
We left like right at like the end of the ninth. Or
You
right
think
before
I
the
want
ninth.
to see Houston celebrate?
It's all right.
I'm
dude.
just
We missed-
asking genuine questions, okay?
Hey,
I
we
don't
missed-
know.
We missed the Jose Altuve home run, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's something I didn't want to see. I'm glad we missed that. We did see Jose Abreu get plunked in. Tony La Russa almost have a heart attack. Like, oh my gosh, Tony, calm down.
What, he climbed the steps?
Oh, dude. I never seen him step up steps faster in my life. Those 3 steps, you probably got that in like 4 seconds. You got a 3 steps.
But hold on, the highlight of the whole thing. Well, first off, Sunday night was just an unreal scene. Being there for game
that
3,
game was-
watching, just being there in person, it was an unreal feeling. Crazy atmosphere. It was just everything was amazing about it. And then, of course, they won. But I definitely think the highlight of the trip was definitely flying on the same plane and sitting directly behind Zach Collins.
He did great these playoffs. He did great.
And no one said anything. Like no one
went.
recognized at all. Nothing.
I was the only one that recognized him.
I mean, I love Zach.
Or the only one that cared.
I was gonna say, Mike, I love Zach Collins, but let's be real. Not many people know Zach Collins.
Wait, what airline did you fly?
White Sox catcher Zach Collins.
Back up.
Why is he not?
Catcher.
Why is he not flying first class?
Okay, so he's the backup.
They don't make money like
yeah,
that.
but like, I mean, he's on the MLB.
Well,
he's got to make.
I know, but
He's probably still on his minor league contract.
In the MLB, there's a big gap between contracts between really good players and just players.
I have a bigger thing than that. I have a newfound respect for the guy after this whole flight thing. He's a nice guy.
Okay. I'm sure he's nice. Yeah.
How do you know that from him sitting in front of you?
Because I talked.
So he sat there, Mike.
Okay.
You could tell a person by the way they sit.
Well, he said he didn't want to talk to him in the group, so I didn't know if he did.
Well, I waited till after the flight. I didn't want to bother him during the flight. He did get yelled at for not wearing his mask correctly, but it's okay. No big deal.
Funny. Put your mask on. Do you know who I am? Like, no.
Oh man.
No, my bigger thing is, did this man anticipate he was losing yesterday?
Yes.
If I rush to the airport, if I rush to the airport, I don't know how that man, because I know he's from Florida, so I'm assuming he's coming back home. So did he just pack everything and leave?
I think he was definitely. I mean, no matter what they were flying.
That's a good point.
They were going to Houston.
They were going to go to Houston.
True. So he definitely had his stuff packed. And if they were going to lose,
he changed his airfare from Houston to Fort Lauderdale.
He probably had both tickets. I mean, he probably had.
Well, the team flight would have gone to Houston, so he probably just got the Florida one, just in case.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely just had. I mean,
I did talk to him. I told him it was a great season. It was a fun one. And he just left it. We chatted a little bit and just left it with Houston's a good team, and it's hard to beat them.
I hate them, man.
Real grade A analysis from that guy. What the heck? Why is he still flying regular? Okay, how much does he actually make?
I don't think he makes a lot.
He's got to make over.
Let me look.
Honestly, it might not be over $1 million. I don't think it.
I'm looking.
I don't think it's over $1 million.
Even if he makes $800,000, you can still. I'm telling you, first class is not as expensive as you think it is.
Maybe he's
in a Delta flight.
Maybe he's just how he rolls.
Year
he doesn't like that. Maybe he doesn't like the fashion and all the first class. Maybe just a commercial guy.
This year he made $575,000.
I mean,
all right, maybe
it's a lot of money.
Maybe if it was last minute, I don't know, but
also,
as we said,
it was probably a spur of the moment thing too.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Literally 3 hours before that, he was in the game.
2016, he signed a $3.3 million signing bonus.
Oh, okay. So dude has money. It's not acceptable now. I
don't see a problem. If you want to fly commercial, just fly commercial. I don't.
Do what you want. I'm just wondering why.
Yeah, maybe
just because you have money doesn't mean you have to spend it.
Yeah, that's like you lose all your money.
That's a good point. I don't know. True. I just feel like if I'm
he's just a kid from Fort Lauderdale. He don't know better.
So, Mike, before we get into the episode, I'll give you the floor here. Go ahead. Tell everyone about your iPhone thing that you want everyone to conform to.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So it's no cases, right? The phone, if you watch Marquez only Apple Pro, the phones are made to withstand the most simple, drops. They can go in the water now in the pool for like a half an hour.
Here, watch, test. It's not broken.
They're made with fantastic quality. The colors are great. I only have the 12 Pro Max, not the 13. But all I'm saying is just go no case. You only live once. Life's too short. Team, no case on your iPhones.
So are you also advertising to are you also wanting everyone to get Apple Care Plus?
No, I don't have
that. Do damage to their phone? No.
I don't have that
just
shit.
Be careful with it. Don't be throwing it like that. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I haven't had a screen protector on mine since the iPhone 10, to be honest. So
I don't have a screen protector.
Screw that. Yeah, that's a waste of freaking money. Forget all that. No case, no nothing. Leave as is.
Advocating for people to not be an idiot.
Yeah, don't be a bozo.
Don't be throwing your phone around. Come on.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a big advocate.
Where do I sign this petition?
Okay.
You have it somewhere?
No, I'm more of a visual.
Yep.
I'm more of a visual guy in terms of a visual petition. Just don't have it on. That's pretty much about it.
Now, hold on. Question: do you feel the same way about iPads?
Why are you carrying your iPad around with just in general,
well, I mean,
walking down the road? Why is it not in a bag? Why is it not in a bag? Yeah.
Like my dad has an iPad and he has the kick, like the thing you put on the back and it folds and it folds into the thing so you can it sits up. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know people do like the trifold. I mean, that's just convenient. If it has the keyboard on it too, I guess. But my MacBook, no case. A phone, no case. Watch. They make cases for watches or the little screen thing. Screw that.
Pieces for watches? I don't even know they had that.
Yeah, they got little screen protectors for Apple Watches. Screw that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
you're gonna make they go out of business. The companies that made it.
I'm trying. I'm trying to help Apple, man. That's why they make good phones. Not to be covered.
That's a big TikTok advertiser. Is the Caseify.
Yeah, we're not getting sponsored by Cases. We're not getting sponsored by Otter anytime soon.
Dude, what kind of TikTok are you guys on, by the way? I feel like I talk to people on what's on their feed, and it varies all over.
Let me go. Can I look? I don't really go on TikTok. Can I look?
Sure.
I don't really go on TikTok. Give me a moment.
I feel like I'm more on sports TikTok.
I got football.
Oh, see, my TikTok is that Paramore song, Still Into You, but with the drill beat on it. Every video I freaking see has that on it. It's hilarious, but it's everywhere. I can't escape.
I got Squid Game.
I've had a lot of Squid Game. That's been a lot of mine.
Wendy's.
I also have a lot of girls just gyrating their phones. I don't know if you guys also are seeing that on your feeds. It's just not.
What?
It's just a thing.
Nope.
What are they doing with phones?
Flirting and going like this, and then they pretty much hump the phone. You guys are on this trend?
No, they're humping phones.
Hold on. Oh no, I'll send it to you, and then you'll see it all over the place. This is all it's on my freaking feed. Let me go find
Mike,
Addison Raid.
Wait. Oh, Mike,
I got this one. This guy's got the Squid Game, but he uses instead of the honey, the whatever, it's a tortilla.
It might be
a triangle shape in it.
I'm sending it to you guys right now. This trend, it's all over the place.
I got this guy freestyling Playboy Cardi. I'm a wide variety over here.
I think I'm able to share the screen if I can open TikTok on my computer.
Addison Ray on TikTok.
This is all over the place. Can't escape it.
Yeah, they're literally just fucking twerking on the goddamn phone. What the hell?
Yeah, that's it. And it gets millions of likes. That's the trend. Click this out. Okay. It's just butts.
Looks like I know what I'm gonna do for my next TikTok video.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. Here we go. I think I could share the screen.
We can all watch this.
This is a trial and error one.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, hold on. Maybe I have to
go grab my phone, and it's the case.
Yeah. Screw it. Screw it. Throw it away.
Maybe not throw it away. My case. I'm like, why is this? I'm like, what the hell? An idiot.
I will say though, maybe if you're going on a boat or if you're going on a hike, maybe case it up. I don't know. Maybe, but I'm even skeptical even on that. I might not even throw it on.
Here we go. I think I got it now. I think we're good. We can all watch it together.
People to hump on the video. Let's go.
I'm just curious if this will work.
I'm curious too. I'm actually excited for this. Share. Can we all see this?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can see it.
Pocket Rocket? Is that the
Dude,
song?
that's it. That's the trend.
Yep.
Look how many fucking likes are on that shit.
It's got 4.9 million.
Dude, I'm telling you.
4.9 million.
Dude, look at the sound. That's it. That's all.
I got our next TikTok idea.
Dude, look how many videos are on that shit. Look at
Jesus
photo,
Christ.
dude.
Click on the original. Wait, what's the original?
The original is like, can the boys make this a meme? I think. That's it. And then all the comments are like, not exactly.
Dude, what does he want to make the meme? The sound?
The sound? Like, he wants to make it trending for, like, a meme.
Okay, so he wanted to make... Okay, well, it got... I mean, his promise was made. I mean, it happened.
Yeah, I think the girls just took a different approach.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all over the place. I mean, it's got 800,000 videos, but...
Well, all right. Well...
Yeah.
They did 800,001 after this podcast. Right. I'm not making
I guess the last thing we have to talk about before we get into sports is the big thing. Doug the Bounty Hunter is leaving.
Oh yeah, sprained.
He's finally
was fucking chasing like a crocodile.
He sprained his ankle. He's out.
So I was gonna possibly be that for Halloween. Do I need to go with crutches?
You need Dog the Bounty Hunter for Halloween.
Dude, I won't wait in a line at a bar at all. But I also just don't want to be like insensitive. Like somebody actually is in fucking crutches, and then I'm like in line ahead of them because I got there first.
You're just walking normally.
The song comes out, I throw my crutches. I could for sure see that happening.
Well, how long is Dog's out for? I mean, depending if he's still out near during Halloween, you might have to.
He might not have to get
I don't think he's on the IR.
Yeah. Is he on physically unable to perform list? Like, what are we on here? What is he out for the season? How did he sprain it? Do we know? I feel like a crocodile must still be chasing him.
He probably getting out of bed.
He still hasn't ended the
walking on the stairs.
He still hasn't ended the search though. He says he urges that
is he doing on Zoom
now? Surrender himself.
Well, what is he supposed to say? Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Cold case over. I got a case right.
It's a cold case now. Forget it.
Noah and I were talking about this. There's no way this Brian guy's still alive, right?
Yeah, I think
he's in a ditch.
Being like housed by someone.
He's in a ditch.
He's in a ditch
in dirt.
Or although I do hear that like his brother's like a cop, so like
that's either
and I feel like
someone's helping him or he's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like they could have put him up
but he's not alone.
Like on the low, but this also isn't a fucking movie, so I just feel like he's dead.
Yeah, I think he's dead. I'd go like 85% he's dead.
Yeah. I think so.
Because it's been like a month.
Well, and the problem, he looks like every freaking bald, skinny white guy. So like 8 million people are like, "Are you Brian?"
He does look like normal. I did see on TikTok. It was the guy's username was not Brian Laundrie.
Yeah, sounds like something Brian Laundrie would put as his username if you ask me.
Oh my god, it's him. Let me get a double look on this.
There's got to be a conspiracy guy on this pod.
All right,
it's always me.
Dude, let's dive into sports here.
Let's do it.
Mike,
not Brian.
What do we have for the NBA this week?
I got a couple of things. Ben Simmons appeared to realize how much money was getting lost on his $22 million Calabasas home and said, maybe I'll show up. I don't really... It's so awkward now. Like, the tension is just cut with a freaking knife. They didn't even know he was in town. He just showed up to take a COVID test. After the comments Joel Embiid said in his press conference, I think it probably would just be like the John Wall scenario where he's like, they've mutually agreed that he just can't play. But he's reporting back to him, took his COVID test. I don't know if the results are back on that yet, but he's good to practice once that gets cleared. That's really it on him. I'm trying to think if there's any other like negotiations or contracts. I guess
Kyrie Irving.
I was just going to get there.
Oh, God.
Comes out with some news. I don't know. Are you allowed to cut any of this, or is this live? Though it's just all.
I think we're live the whole time, so whatever you say is going to be in there.
Got it. Okay, so basically, Kyrie Irving is not anti-vax, but he's just kind of his. I think his wording was the voice, like for those who don't have one, essentially, like some kind of quote like that.
He's not
like voice for the voiceless.
Talking.
So I got two things. Though. Right, I got two things for that. Right, so I'm like 50-50 on it. One, I don't really agree with the narrative that he's like this idiot. Like, I mean, it's his opinion. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. Like, I don't really see that as an issue. Like, he's more mad at the idea that people are losing jobs over this kind of stuff, which, like, you're entitled to have that opinion. Yes, I totally agree. And, like, you feel that way. I'm sure plenty of people also feel that same way as you. But also, you're not really saying anything either. That's my biggest issue. So like, if you're going to, okay, so that's my thing. Like, if he goes down this road to be an advocate and starts like, but I don't really know like what you do with that, right? So like, an example is Colin Kaepernick. Like that whole scenario, like a lot of people are trashing his decision too, but like he started to make waves and start communicating his voice and like trying to do things to further.
Yeah, he was actually talking.
But the problem with this is like, it's about to be mandated for everyone. So there's not really like, I don't know how, like, I agree. Personally, I don't think it should be like mandated that you have to get this, right? Like that's just my opinion. And I think a lot of people have the same thing, but like, I don't really know how you can do that. Like, what are you supposed to, I don't know what you're really going to fight for. I don't know. Like, you can't really put money towards something to make it better. So I don't know how that works.
You can't win.
Yeah, that's why I'm like 50-50 on it. Like, he's not anti-vax. That's been, according to Shams and all the reports, like that's not really a thing. But back to the main point of the extensions is like, okay, Kyrie, the order of dominoes was KD, Kyrie extension, then Harden extension. Harden just came out and said, like, I've never really been a free agent before. Like, I want to see what that's like. Okay, so if this Kyrie thing doesn't go through, like if he gets gone and then Harden's like, well, screw this. Like, I'm going to go experience free agency. Someone throws him a bag. You wasted your entire for probably 10 years now. And what do you have to show for it, Brooklyn? Not a damn thing. It's actually kind of wild and absurd that you knew Kyrie as an individual and you still went forth with this. I mean, you knew him when he walked in. You knew what he was going to be. There was rumors he was a flat earther. Like,
KD fumbled the bag leaving Curry.
I mean, that's obvious. However, if you're Kevin Durant, and this is all open conversation, so feel free to just cut me off. I'm just rambling, but like, if you're Kevin Durant, you saw the criticism that dude got when he decided to go to Golden State, and that was forever going to be his legacy if he was to stay with them. He would have never been looked at as like a top guy because he always would have been like, okay, well, you had the Warriors. Same thing with LeBron too. Like, he got the same thing when he was in Miami. Like, okay, but what can you do without these two Hall of Famers? So I feel like for his legacy wise and like how he wanted to be viewed, as much as he talks about not liking that, like I think he did. And putting New York on the map for basketball again was awesome. I wish he would have been to the Knicks because that would have just made them huge. And like we talked about with previous sports, when New York is good, just sports are overall better.
And football must suck.
Football does suck. They're bad. We'll get there. But like, I don't know. I'm torn on the Kyrie thing because I get it. I hate that he's being called like an idiot, but I also kind of understand because I don't really know what you're going to do to further showcase your voice.
The battle he just can't win.
I don't get it. I don't know what.
Voiceless. He's not saying anything, so I don't know what his message is.
Yeah,
it's all reports.
Yeah,
it's nothing from him himself.
I hate that he's being called an idiot. I think that's the part that I have a problem with. But
I just don't understand what he's doing.
I got three other guys on here, so I want to hear.
Don't understand.
Yeah.
Hear about what? Kyrie?
I mean, well, yeah. Like, what's your thoughts? I mean, after all this stuff that came out,
I'm just confused of what he's doing. I don't get it. What his like overall goal is at the end. That's what I just don't understand. Like, is he going to retire? Like, what's the plan here? That's what I'm confused. He's going to sit out the season, but like he can't play until he gets the vaccine, but he doesn't want to get it because he's the voice of the voiceless, but not using his voice. It's all over the place. If I were the Nets, I might trade him, but I don't know who would want him at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's rumors that he was going to retire if he gets traded, he would just retire outright. But I think
he's such a good player too. It's so, man, that's tough.
It's tough.
Such a great talent.
Yeah, I mean,
just gone.
I don't know. What do you guys think after? I mean, kind of new information that's came out over the last week. I mean, it was rumored he was just anti-vax, so that was like a big thing, but that doesn't appear to be the case.
I feel like if he says he's anti-vax, but he's the voice of those that don't have the vaccine, like, what's the difference? I don't really care, honestly, because I mean, Kyrie. You guys have already said it. Kyrie's going to do whatever Kyrie wants to do, and anyone can do whatever they want. From a basketball perspective, I really think that it really emphasizes, obviously, the importance of the season for Brooklyn and for Kevin Durant because of the things that you talked about. I think that he will get looked at a lot differently if he can win a title in Brooklyn. legacy-wise, years from now. And I think James Harden is a player that's really, really good, like really good. And when you talk to like not NBA pundits per se, not writers or anything like that, but when you're just on Twitter, like he's a guy that people don't seem to really like. James Harden, like as a player, I mean, like the way that he plays,
like all the free throws, he goes for the fouls, the flops.
But he's like one of the best scorers that the league's ever seen.
That's
right?
like the narrative. He doesn't play defense.
So I don't know if Kevin Durant can win a title with James Harden. That's definitely not going to look the same way as him going to Golden State and winning one. So I think all of this really, from a basketball standpoint, kind of comes down to Kevin Durant and his legacy, because at the end of the day, that's all that you like. If Brooklyn trades away their future, but they get a ring this year and everything that comes with that financially, online, social media, jersey sales, et cetera, and the fact that they won a championship, like that's why you play the game. So I don't think anyone's going to really regret anything if they can come out and win. Obviously, you expected to have a deeper core, 3 instead of 2, and that 3 for longer than what they would have had if James Harden goes out, becomes a free agent and stuff. But definitely not what they were signing up for when they made the trades and acquisitions and whatnot. But I think there's still a chance from the Nets' perspective to salvage the situation. Obviously, you're not going to be better without Kyrie Irving, but it could be worse for them, talking from a basketball standpoint, just because like we could talk for hours on many of people smarter than me have tried to unlock the mind of Kyrie Irving and figure out why he does the things that he does, and I'm not going to try. I'll let him do what he thinks is best for him, but from a basketball perspective, it's going to suck not being able to watch him play. But the Nets could be worse for them, I guess, because they didn't really have the big 3 healthy all year last year either, and they were still right there.
No, I get it. I mean, I totally agree. Ziggy, go ahead. My bad.
No, yeah, I was going to say I agree 100% with what Ian's saying. I mean, the Nets are still a good team without him, but not as elite as they could be with him. They need him there if they want to compete with a Milwaukee, Lakers, a Clipper. Like you have to be there, and if you're not there, it's going to hurt the team.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think the title chances are if, say, Kyrie doesn't play a single game? What are their title chances?
Well, even their chances with Kyrie, still got 29 other teams to beat. Without Kyrie, maybe like a 15, 10%. That's what I would say.
Low?
I think they're like. I don't think it's that low.
You think?
No, they're a top 3 team in the East, whether he's playing or not.
I think it's tough.
I don't know, man.
I agree with Ian.
If Kyrie isn't if KD isn't a size 18 shoe, they're in the finals.
Right.
So that's on a hobbled Harden.
I'm not going above like 40% for one team to win.
I mean, I don't think
20. You say they have to compete with 29 other teams, but realistically, it's probably more like 10.
Okay,
so
10 teams.
So
10%.
We can cut out the bottom half.
All right, 25% final answer.
Fine.
1/4.
There.
What are their odds? Check their odds. 1/4.
Well, last time we were on this
25%
pod,
chance.
Last time we were on this pod, I almost put my head through a fucking wall because they had them at a 7.
Yeah, the GMs were like 90% chance.
So, but I mean, they still
think they have the best player in the league on their team with one of the best scorers of all time, and they got a lot of dudes. So I think they're right there. East finals.
Updated as of Monday. The Brooklyn Nets have the best odds in all of the NBA to win the championship.
Yeah, I mean they have two of the top 8.
But if you look at all the past years, the team that always has the best odds, they usually don't win. That's just usually how it goes.
I don't think in the NBA that's true.
Yeah, because I think the Lakers were the favorite.
I
think the Lakers were the favorite.
The last couple of years were an outlier because of the pandemic and whatnot.
I agree,
but either way, Noah still has a valid point. You have to make the playoffs, and in the playoffs,
injuries happen.
Guys get hurt. You don't know what's going to happen once the season gets
going.
I
just can't put a team over 20. It's hard.
You're because he's thinking about it one team versus the field, and that makes sense. Mathematically, what he's doing with the numbers in his head, he's saying the right thing. You're right.
Thank you. I'm putting injuries like road, home. All this everything you put.
They're like a top 3 team.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think so.
That's all I have to work with right now. The games haven't started.
I'm just look ahead to the future right now.
He's like Dr. Strange checking out all the realities.
Yeah, I'm checking the timelines right now. It says 1/4 they're gonna win.
How's
every fourth
doing in that timeline?
He has optimism because they played good against Vegas.
What was I gonna say? I mean, honestly, I think the Penny Mills signing is super underrated for them. I think he's just gonna play the exact role that's gonna fit with the rest of those pieces. I think Blake Griffin or LaMarcus is going to be their small 5. I don't know how that will work against, Anthony Davis.
I mean, Blake Griffin looked better at the end of the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
can he keep that going?
Yeah, but I guess that's like my question mark was with the big teams, right? Like, okay, AD, is KD guarding Anthony Davis? If so, then like LeBron, that's barbecue chicken. Giannis, who's guarding him? Oh, you're giving it to Blake Griffin. That's 40 points. If it's KD, it's 28 points, but they still have just such a deep team. It's tough. I mean, I really like Milwaukee. I think my top pick is Philly, and that's just because I think Ben Simmons is going to play, or I think we're going to get some good talent for Ben Simmons, and it's going to fit. But I just was curious what you guys thought. I mean, this whole thing is so crazy, and they literally play in a week. So
yeah,
it's wild.
That's crazy.
Well, Ted Cruz is trying to get him to Houston, so.
Ted Cruz is working his ass off for that, though.
He's working.
Really?
Trying to get
I wonder how fast I think Kyrie will retire if he goes to the Rockets.
Ted Cruz tweeted that the Rockets need a point guard, so link you to the Kyrie Irving stuff.
So that's so disrespectful because they literally have John Wall on that team. That's so disrespectful.
That's how you know
because he's like not bad. John Wall is not a bad player. That's so disrespectful. And not only that, like, what is Houston going to give up? All of their youth? No.
Yeah. Have our team. We just want
all they have is youth. So, which we'll get to when are we getting into this now? We could.
Yeah. Do you have anything else, or?
I'm trying to. No, I mean, the season starts in a week. Right now, Milwaukee is actually +1 against Brooklyn. That's live, and then Lakers are -5. I'm taking the Lakers -5, even with this very, very shaky postseason start. I think they're just getting guys gelled together. But
they already have like what, 2 injuries?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not a pretty sight. But they do have this white guy like Austin Reeves or something like that, and this dude has one of the purest forms I've seen in a very long time. A shooter. He used to shave his head and become Alex Caruso too.
Got a headband.
They need it. How the Bulls? I saw the first 2 postseason games. Twitter blew up like crazy. How are they looking?
Preseason?
I keep saying postseason, huh?
Yeah. I was gonna say, wow, we're already in the
freaking bozo. Put on the bottom. Mike's a bozo. Preseason.
All right.
I mean, they're scoring a lot of points. I'm excited. I haven't really said anything about the Bulls yet because I'm just waiting for the games that count. Just a matter of principle.
Are you going to any? Are you going to? No, rightfully so. After saying postseason 12 times, are you going to any of the games? Like, do you have a game circle?
Yeah, a couple of the guys in our fantasy basketball league are eyeing the Charlotte game. See a little ball on ball action.
That's a good game.
Okay.
So
the ball bros.
I will only catch it. I'm only going to catch a Heat game when Toronto's in town.
That's so disrespectful. You need to go to more because games are cheap.
Well, during spring training for baseball, the Bulls play the Suns in Phoenix.
There it is.
So I'm planning on going to that's what I'm looking for, a Suns Bulls game.
Have you seen the ticket prices on those guys?
Probably $1 million.
Dude, they're honestly, I'm not even joking. I think it's probably the second most expensive ticket of the season.
Yeah,
the Lakers is number 1, and then I think it's the Bulls.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Michael Jordan said we're good.
You live once. Let's go.
We're back.
All right, you said earlier. I'm rocking no case. You live once.
I'm coming right with you to that game. Say no more.
Right, yeah, let's ride.
All right, are you ready to go to the season totals?
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, we need to
Western
Western
Conference.
Okay.
So we start off with the Dallas Mavericks at 48.5. Mike, what do you think? Over under?
I got the over. I actually have them as I have them as a 4 seed. I think Porzingis has been playing phenomenal. He's been playing like as advertised. He said he wanted to get a lot better. I think he wants to post up, but the league is just not centered around that way. I mean, he's came out and said he wanted to be more post centric, but I think the team believes in his shooting, and I think The team's been playing very, very well. Their younger guys are getting into the mix a little bit. They kept Hardaway Jr. I think they still need a big man, which I think towards the end of that deadline, when another big man or something gets bought out, is likely. I think that's what they needed. Dallas has needed a big man forever, which you're thinking Porzingis is like 7'2". How is that not a big man? But he plays a much better 4. I think they need a big man. It will be tough to space that floor, but yeah, I got him as the 4 seed. I think they're going to do really well. So I got the over on that.
I agree with Mike. I have him as my 3 seed, and I'm going over too. I really like the Mavericks this year. Maybe that's a little love. I love Mark Cuban, so maybe that's that. And I like Luka. I think he can have an MVP season.
There it is.
The only thing I don't like about Luka is stop complaining about the refs. That's the only thing. You see how many times you complain to the refs? Fix that up a little bit. I really like the Mavericks too. They could, you're right. They could use a big man.
You're not an NBA superstar if you're not working the refs.
Bingo. You took the words right out of my mouth, actually.
Yeah, I like Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, they got guys. Was that Willie Cullen-Stein? They got a lot of people with 3 names. I like that. Give me the over. They're my 3 seed.
There it is.
Oh, we're high on the Mavericks. Oh, shit. Now they're going to be fucking trash.
They got Luka.
They do have Luka. That's my MVP.
No.
Okay.
Everyone
Denver Nuggets
said the same thing. So
Denver Nuggets 47.5. Mike.
What were the Mavs? 48.5?
Yeah, 48.5.
I will take the under. Actually, I have them as my 6 seed. I think it'll be pretty close to that number, but I have him as 6. Jamal Murray. I don't know how much he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna play at all. I don't think so. Which is a big hit for him.
So I picked him up in my fantasy basketball just for the hell of it. It said at best is January. Like if it's like he's pushing.
Yeah,
is January.
So it's a similar scenario to what I have with the Clippers as well, which we'll get to. So I think just under, because the team is still very well, developed. They're a deep team, but I get right around that spot. I have them as the under just solely because I have them lower as a seed at 6. So
me and Mike are on the same wavelength today. I have them as my 6 seed too, and I have the under as well. I don't think Jokic is going to have as great as a season as last year. He's not going to have another MVP season. They lost Jamal Murray now we don't know how for an extended period of time. I like Porter Jr. I really like him, but the West is a very tough conference. A lot of tough matchups.
I see. Honestly, I think Jokic's numbers be better.
You really think
Yeah, I do.
I like the under here, just because of the fact of the Nuggets fan getting knocked out by the Suns fan. I like the under.
Yeah, it's true. Definitely.
I think it's gonna have an effect on the team.
No, you're right. 100%.
I'm taking the over because everyone else is taking the under.
Love it.
What do you think in the under if it were split?
It's a coin flip for me. It's hard, Jamal Murray injury, but also they got guys that can score the ball too, and they got the MVP, man.
They do.
I'm not going to think too hard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to think too hard about it.
I just don't think he'll get MVP again because of one, they're seeding, and 2, the league doesn't really love giving multiple time MVPs. Like Giannis, I think, could have had a case to win it for 3 years in a row, but the league doesn't like doing that too much. So,
Golden State Warriors 47.5.
I'll take the over.
I like the over.
I got him as the 5. So, and I had Mavs at over 48.5. So it means they're gonna have to have our wins in 48, but also can't have more than the Mavs in my seating that I have. So I'll take the over. I think the team will be fully ready to go.
I have the under slightly. They're my 7 seed, right below the Nuggets. What is it? I mean, Curry's going to do his Curry things. But James Wiseman, who's their big man?
They actually got, Wiseman, Kuminga, I think, is going to play power forward
out
for them.
Wiseman's out.
Out for how long?
Oh, a little bit. I know he's out, though.
Oh, Kevon Looney?
I know he's out.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I
like Draymond. Draymond's a nice facilitator, gets the ball around, moves it. I like him. Let me get on the case here. Wiseman.
Is Klay Thompson fully healthy? Is he back now?
No.
Is he ready?
No, he's not. Christmas.
Really?
Oh,
Christmas?
Yeah. That's why I have him as my under. They have so many injuries. Wiseman remains without a firm return timetable. They have just a lot of injuries. I think they're going to be a lot better in the second half with the injuries coming back. all those players. First half it's be a little already, rough.
So.
Huh?
All takes a final already, so I gotta say the over. I already said it.
Hey,
I have them in the play-in tournament though.
Nick Friedel, ESPN writer, formerly of the Bulls beat, moved to Golden State, so I follow him on Twitter. He's on a lot of the local radio stations and stuff all the time, podcasts and whatnot. He says that schematically, with Klay Thompson being out and stuff, they made a lot of changes last year and the year prior to try to change how they play with the personnel that they have. And towards the end of last season, when they kind of got into the play-in and things like that, they kind of switched up schematically back more towards how they were playing when they were the Warriors, and they're going to try to stick that way. So Steve Kerr's coaching kind of under the microscope. And I think with what I have heard about the schematics and things like that, I think they can get the most out of the roster that they have because it's Steve Kerr and I like him and they're the Warriors, and that's why I think the over's going to hit. Someone's got to win these games, guys.
I had two. Just wait, dude. Just wait till I have the Kings over. Just wait.
Hey, man.
Houston Rockets, 25.5.
So when I was going to say, when we did the Eastern Conference, like a bad team, is this like the bad team? Because this is my
last seed.
I have them as my 15 seed too. They're my under.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm looking how many. Can I look how many wins they had last year?
Free John Wall. Get him out.
I mean, they have Christian Wood, and that what's that one guy's name? Help me out.
Jalen Green.
He's got
Kevin Porter Green. They just
yeah. I like him.
They'll have Chet Holmgren in a season.
I mean, they had 17 wins last year. They're not gonna get 26. Yeah, definitely under. Definitely under.
That was with Harden for a little bit of those games too.
They're gonna get they're gonna win all those games. No, I don't.
Just saying.
No. I get what you're saying, but
Under.
Yeah, definitely under. They suck.
Someone's got to be the last team.
It ain't the Kings, baby.
No, sir, not this
Kings.
year.
This is our year for what? 12 seed, 13 seed, maybe 14.
10.
Here and there. 10. You think they're gonna make the play-in? Relax.
Just wait till we got next. What team we got next?
I think was that Clippers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got Clippers. Clippers 45.5.
I'm tempted for the under here. Talk me either into
it or out of it. Hold on, I got to remember where I have in my seedings.
I have it as the 8 seed, so I have the under. Reason being is they were able to keep Nicholas Batum, which is good. They kept Zubac. They still have him in his contract. Patrick Beverley is now gone. So it's Paul George. He looked great as a one with that.
It's not just Paul George. Whoa. How about my boy Reggie Jackson? Resurrected his career in the playoffs. Reggie Jackson's gonna have a hell of a year this year.
If you would,
I don't think so.
If you would let me get there, so they signed some other guys too, like say Reggie Jackson. But I think at the end of the day, I don't really know how many of those grit and grind games that the team's going to really muscle out. I think Kawhi Leonard is obviously a force. He's one of the best players in the league. And to be honest with you, I don't think he plays one game.
I don't see him playing either.
So that's kind of what it brings for me. And I think the West is tough. So
I like the under just because of what we've been talking about. I mean, Ian, like you said, someone's got to win these games, and I already have the over on 2 of these teams, and I have a few more down the road. I think Clippers are going to beat it down with no Kawhi, so I think I like the under here.
Well, I've already had 3 unders, so here's my over.
All unders.
Yeah, I like the Clippers. I like how they ended the season against the Suns. I like the way they played. They fought back. I like Paul George. Really, that playoff P. Everyone's like shitting on him. He can't play in the playoffs, and he was, besides his free throw shooting, he was really good. And Reggie Jackson played very good too. Zubac,
I'm just not going to put money on Reggie Jackson sustaining himself at this point.
Oh, I am. Next.
Bold. Reggie. But I'm here for it.
Come on. I'm a big Reggie stan. Come on. Let's go.
That was leading the march of Reggie Jackson Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles Lakers, 52.5.
It's obvious for me. Give me the over.
Yep.
It's not. I mean, the team itself. I think. Preseason, if it's going to be pre, not post, but if it's looking like how it is, I think these first couple of games are going to be a little bit of a ride. But I'm telling you, this roster is legit. I'm very excited to see it. I'm excited to see Carmelo and his role with LA. I think it's going to be massive for them. I think the whole city of LA is going to welcome him with open arms, and at every single game, it's going to be loud for him. He brings a lot of fans. That entire team obviously is what they are. They're Showtime. Anthony Davis, I'm expecting a big year out of him. I know we say this all the time, but I think this last season, I think a lot of people were questioning, how much he likes to work in terms of work ethic, on the court stuff. Eventually LeBron's going to have to toss those keys to somebody to drive the car. So I think in LeBron's 19th season, it's time. So go ahead and slam over.
So this is the year.
I'm going under slightly just because I think they're going to sit a lot of games near the end. So I think they're going to sit a lot of players. I don't think they're going to care
management.
I don't think they're going to care other than my 4 seed. I don't think they're going to care about the regular season that much. I mean, sure, the beginning, they're going to get their wins under their belts. But I think AD is going to sit some. He's had prior injury history. LeBron getting up in age, get some health, get healthy for the playoffs. I think Russ is going to play. I think he'll play most of the games. But I think this will be a good team. A slight under, maybe like 51. Still going to be a great team. They're my 4 seed, slight under.
I like the over.
For the same reason, Mike.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Yeah.
I see them sitting a lot. That's why I don't think they're going to kick up the regular season that much.
I could see it.
The only pushback, just real quick, the only pushback I would just give with that is like now this season is pretty much full 100% fans in stadiums. And if you don't think LA fans are dying to see their team in the playoffs when they didn't even get a parade, if you don't think that those players in LA want that crowd to be completely sold out and for them to be the 1 seed in all those games, I think they're going to push for it. That's my only push.
I totally see that too. I could see both sides.
Yeah. All right, what do we got next?
Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies, 41.5.
I have the over, but I'm just curious on. So Jaren Jackson, I think is good to go now. I think he's going to be back. He's a great player for them.
Doctors. AKA the ESPN Fantasy app, because they tell you.
They got Steven Adams, right? Is that who they got with the Valanciunas trade?
Yeah, they traded Valanciunas. That's why I have the under, by the way. I love Valanciunas.
I like Valanciunas too. But
Jaren Jackson's out for the preseason game. Doesn't say. I'm sure he'll be.
I think he should. I think he should be good. I think he's very talented. He reminds me of John Collins a lot, but I think he's even a better scorer. So, but nevertheless, they also got some other just young. The Memphis Grizzlies have a lot of good guys that play their role correctly, and no one knows the names on their roster, me included. Like Dylan Brooks,
Kyle Anderson.
Dude, is Kyle Anderson still on that team?
I believe so.
Makes like $9-10 million a year. But just like those guys that just know their roles and they play well. Just slightly though. I mean, I have them as the 9 seed. They're going to be in the play-in. I don't have them any higher than that.
They're my 9 seed too. But I have them.
So yeah, I'll take the over slightly.
It seems like 41's the number though. Like 41, 40. It seems like that's the number. It seems like Vegas.
That's what I was thinking.
Vegas did their homework on this one. It seems like they know the number. 40 sounds about right for them.
They're a 500 team.
Yeah, they're a 500 team. Exactly.
Yeah, I like the under for just 41.
They're just
Minnesota
Grizzlies.
Minnesota Timberwolves, 35.5.
I want him to be good so bad. I really do. I want him to be in this play-in game. But I have him out.
10 seed.
I have him out of the play-in game, which I think you're going to need at least 37, 38 wins to be in the play-in game. So that being said, give me the under.
I like the over because I really like D'Angelo Russell. I like Towns. I really like Anthony Edwards. I think he's going to have a hell of a sophomore year. That's why I think they're going to be way better than last year, and they're my 10 seed. Give me the over. And they'll be playing the Warriors, according to my plan.
I cannot go on the record and bet the over with the. I can't go on record and bet the over on the Minnesota Timberwolves till they give me a reason to. I just can't do it. It's a business decision.
I get it.
I'm believing, man. I'm believing in the Wolves. A-Rod's the owner now. I'm believing.
Makes me want to hammer the under even more.
Hard owner. Huh?
Makes me want to hammer the under even more.
Next up,
makes me want to hammer the over. I love A-Rap. Let's go.
Next up, New Orleans Pelicans. Also, can we just get a survey here? New Orleans or New Orleans?
New Orleans?
New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah. Where are they at? It passed. Where were they at?
38.
Hold on. Wait for the banner. Go ahead, Mike.
I think I may have said a minute ago that playing team needs about 38 wins. So I have them as my 10th seed. So I think possibly 39 wins. But I really think 38 wins is going to do it. So when it's 38.5, I'll take the over because life's too short. Give me the over at 39 games.
I like the under. They're my 11th seed. Losing Lonzo Ball is going to show. It's going to show. It's really going to show losing Lonzo.
They added a point guard.
Give me the under. Who?
They added Devontae Graham.
I think Lonzo's better. I think Lonzo gets the ball around more. I like Valanciunas. I really like Valanciunas and Zion. Really like them. But I don't think they have many shooters to complement them. So give me the under slightly.
To be fair, I think
I'll
that's
take a slight over.
Is.
But get Zion out of there.
Yeah.
Where's he going to put him to where?
Put him on the Knicks. Put him on the Knicks.
The Knicks.
Put him in New York.
Let's go.
Put him on the Toronto Raptors.
I beg your pardon.
Wow.
What,
excuse me?
This is live, right? So we all caught that. Yeah,
I caught that too.
Canceled for sure. Canceled twice in one episode. Okay.
We lost all of Canada again.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I did. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I did correct. I fact checked it. Canadians was spelled correctly the first time.
Okay. I thought you fact checked the second thing you just said. I said, I beg your pardon.
All right, so we just lost Canada once. There it is.
Yes. We lost Toronto. On the Knicks. I apologize.
On the Knicks. I need it more than I need oxygen.
You still got to keep RJ Barrett then? Or do you got to get rid of him to get Zion there?
It's a good question. I mean, if we're making a trade, then probably. When's he a free agent? He's got to be coming up soon.
Well, probably won't be because
he's got team options, right? So he's gonna have to bully his way out. Yeah, that's a shame. It would have been cool if they could have played together, but yeah, you're probably gonna have to give him up.
Here you go. I have the contract for you. We are in year 3 of 4, plus another qualifying year afterwards, and then he's a restricted free agent.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be a bully.
Yeah, so
that's okay. That's the name of the game these days.
He's out. After this season, he is eligible for the rookie extension, so he can get up to 5 years, 181 mil.
Well, he needs to fire his agent and hire Rich Paul. So,
yep,
it's about time for that because then you get shit done.
Get him out. Mm-hmm. Get him out.
You would look nice in the Knicks uniform.
Man, and the MSG floor. Ooh. Spike Lee courtside. Ooh.
That would it'd feel right.
We need it. The league.
What about Sacramento?
Oh God!
You guys are Kings fans. Why would you not want Kings? Zion on the Kings?
Look, man.
You guys are Kings guys. I don't know. I'm trying to help.
I am a Sacramento Kings fan. That is a fact. But we can't give up our boy Bagley for Zion. Come on now. This is the year.
I think Bagley's going to start bagging groceries in about 2 years. To be honest with you, that guy sucks.
No, this is the year. He's going to turn it around. It's going to happen.
Turn around and walk to the bench, hopefully. What's the next team?
Next team is the Oklahoma City Thunder, 22.5.
Over.
Yeah.
22.5
is low.
Yeah, it seems low. Although I'm saying it, Shea has an injury, doesn't he? I think Shea is out. I don't know. I could be wrong. I thought he was out like the later half of the season. What's fantasy look like? He could be good now.
I'm looking.
Talk to the doctor.
Hold on, I gotta spell his name. Hold on.
Oh, jeez.
It's pretty long. Oh no, it just popped up.
Alexander.
I got it. It says healthy. We're good.
Oh, then we're golden. Then slam the over. That team has
no limitations heading into training camp.
Absolutely slam the over.
We got
Chris
Shy.
Paul brought that team to like a 5 seed. You're gonna tell me Chris Paul is that great? Can I tell him right now? No. Not to carry. No, I mean he's good, but like that team is still coached well, and
he had Billy Donovan.
They'll get it done. Yeah, they'll get it
Billy
done.
Donovan.
That team will get it done over 22 wins. I got too much faith in Oklahoma City to do that. Like, Josh Giddey is one of the funniest NBA players on TikTok. For sure, taking the over in spite of him. It's just an honor of him, to be honest. If you guys don't know Josh Giddey on TikTok, I'd recommend going to find him. He's pretty funny.
What's his name? Josh
Giddey.
Josh Giddey.
Yeah, he does a lot of videos over the, what do you mean, breathe? Don't tell me to breathe. If you guys know those videos too, or are we just on two completely different TikToks?
I think we're on a completely different TikTok.
What the hell, man? Like, hopefully there's listeners who are like also know with these trends, and I'll just sound like a freaking weirdo. Like, it's like a Drake video clip of something, but maybe I'll send another TikTok. But anyways, what do you guys think?
Over. Yeah, I like the 22 and a half seems way too low to go under.
I got him as my 12 seed. I got him as my 12 seed.
Or Thunder stands. 13 seed.
All right. Next up is Noah Haynes' team, the Phoenix Suns. 51.5.
Ooh.
I mean, you want me to go first?
I think that's kind of...
Yeah, it's your team.
I'm hammering the over. Hammering that. Let's go. Everyone's back. We didn't lose anybody. We ain't even got worse. We're the same. That's why I had them as my 2 seed again. We didn't lose. We didn't lose anybody. We got Shamit. That's it. That's really all I did. And we got JaVale McGee.
Oh,
we got JaVale McGee because Dario
for the league.
Dario Saric, tore his ACL in the finals. We kind of needed him.
You also
He's
got
gonna be out for a while.
You also got a disgruntled young guy who you have not paid yet because the team does not believe that he is the quality of
DeAndre Ayton, we do got to pay him. I agree, but that's not going to make them any worse.
Okay, Suns fan, are you paying him the same? Are you paying him the same contract, or what are you paying him? Because he wants that.
I'm not the GM. I'm not the GM. I don't need to pay him.
Give him the max.
I'm asking max. You. What do you think?
Max. I think he is a top center in the league, so yes, he should get paid the money he deserves.
Think about that payroll for 4 years if you give him the max. That's a big three.
I did not love the Chris Paul signing. 4 years was a little too much for me.
You can't bring anybody else in, so you got to just trust that
you
culture.
Don't need to. We were just in the finals
for the next 4 years, though.
Yeah,
that we and can't make any additions for the next 4 years.
And
we'll put ourselves in handcuffs.
It sounds like a Mike Madden franchise.
We'll put ourselves in handcuffs and hopefully we win again.
I mean, you were in the finals. You didn't win the finals, though.
Not only that. Let's talk about the 2 teams you did play. Both of them didn't have superstars on their teams. Let's be fair.
Yes, I agree. I've been saying I'm not picking them to win the finals. I'm picking them to be the 2 seed because I think they're a very good regular season game or regular season team. I don't think they're going to sit a lot. I don't. They didn't sit last year. I don't think they're going to sit again. So I agree. I said before, if AD played the entire series, Lakers would 1-6. I have been saying that.
Yeah, I have the over 2. I have the Suns at the 3 seed. I'm just asking questions.
They're a great regular season team. Regular season team. In the playoffs, they'll win the first round because they'll play. In my opinion, they'll play a play-in team. I think they could beat the play-in teams, unless maybe it's the Warriors fully healthy. Then it might be a different story. Maybe they'll go to 6 or 7 on that. But I definitely think they can make it to the second or the conference finals. I definitely think they could. That's just my that's how I feel. Now the finals again. That's going to be a big hump to get over, or unless teams like last year, which I don't think will happen, are hurt. I don't think it happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because I think maybe even if Kawhi played, I don't think they would have got past the Clippers.
I don't think so either.
The Suns just got, and then Jamal Murray without the Nuggets.
Yeah.
The Suns just got really, really lucky. I'll say it. I'll admit it.
That's what it takes, man. It's just a little bit of luck too.
Exactly, and they lost their chance because Giannis had one of the greatest finals performances ever. Got to give the guy credit.
Incredible games.
It was incredible. I was in awe.
I like the slight over. I think 52 to 54.
That seems about right.
I'll take the over 2 because me and Noah are friends.
Thank you. Like I said, they're going to be a great regular season team. Great team.
Portland Trailblazers, 44.5.
Well, I'm a Jake fan.
This is tough. But I got the under on that. Just because I think it'd be probably 44 on the dot.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Okay,
way.
they're my 8 seed. No, I had the Warriors with. Yeah, so I'll have under. I think their defense sucks. Trash ass defense. Dame's got to drop 50 for them to win.
Yeah, I have him as the 7.
Cantor. I like Cantor. And they're getting Nurkic's back though.
They have good players. They just never are available. Like
CJ McCollum.
They always seem to have a really good roster, but every time they're like in the playoffs, someone's always hurt.
Now, who's that guy they get from Toronto?
They got. I just hilarious the fact that Dave pretty much says, "Let's make some moves," and Portland says, "Cody Zeller, come through." That's who they signed from. They signed Cody Zeller as the I think.
I need the Raptors fan. And the Raptors fan for a quick second.
I couldn't tell you.
Really? He was on Toronto last year, and now he's on Portland. He got traded at the deadline. I need help, guys. I got to figure out this guy's name.
Patterson. I feel like that name sounded. I feel like Patrick Patterson sounded familiar, but I could be wrong.
No. It's not him. That's not him. Let me check the Trailblazers roster real quick. You can carry on.
Good.
Actually, I think I'm correct because he is on the Portland Trailblazers.
No,
but I don't know if he was
Norman Powell. Norman Powell's
on there.
He's an already. I know. I said I like him.
He's like
he's a good player. That's what I was trying to figure out his name. Yeah, I like him. I still got the under.
Cool.
8 seed. I got them playing the. I got them playing the Grizzlies.
Nice. I agree with Mike. Under 44 wins.
Yep.
Sacramento Kings, 36.5.
Ian, you go first. This is your team.
I'm taking the over. I already bet this. Like straight up. I'm gonna put here's the thing about me, guys, is I love a good bit, and I will carry that bit for as long as I can. So I'm just in on.
So you bet the Jets over and the Kings over?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm in on the Kings this year. I said it now. I'm not gonna get league pass or anything like that. Nothing crazy, but
no need. I got you, man.
Can I throw a hockey update real quick?
I know the Blackhawks are losing.
They're losing 3-0.
Well, Colorado's good apparently.
They don't have their best player.
Hey,
so next, what?
No, ready for this? Ready? Look at the banner now.
Oh, sweet.
What?
Let's go. Shit, I took the Jets to win.
Yeah, Kings over. That's all I have to say.
Dude,
everyone's taking the under, so we can just keep going.
It's the Winnipeg Jets. They're actually pretty good.
Everyone's taking under.
Oh, was the sky? Shit, come on, Mercury. Come on, dude. I want a good series here. I don't want like a sweet.
What do we got next?
We are now on to the San Antonio Spurs, 29.
Wait, I didn't get my over/under for the Kings.
Oh, sorry.
I just made the assumption everyone else is taking the under.
Oh,
so we just
carry on.
We can just keep going.
Yeah, carry on.
29.5 for the Spurs.
I know nothing about the San Antonio Spurs.
They got Popovich, so give me the over. I mean, Popovich can't be that bad. He could get a team to 30 wins. I think Popovich could do it.
Who's on Spurs? Is Thaddeus Young on the Spurs? Where's Thaddeus Young?
Yeah, Thaddeus Young is on the Spurs.
Okay, who else is on the Spurs?
Lauri Markkanen? No, wait, is he or no?
No, he's on Cavaliers. No, he's on
That's
Cleveland.
Right. Wait, he's on the Cavs? We didn't talk about him at all, did we?
Why would we?
What a plethora of big men that.
Why do you want to talk about Lauri Markkanen?
If I didn't set the over, I'm
you
saying the under again.
Though.
Okay, I was like
when we were last week when we talked about it.
Yeah,
it was like surplus of talent at one position.
Oh, that's right. I wanted the Spurs to get them. So like the DeMar DeRozan made way more sense to do, but the Spurs are under. The roster is bad. They have DeJounte Murray, who's very good.
Oh, I know him.
They have
that center total.
They have Keldon Johnson, who played in the Olympic team.
That's the wide receiver from the Lions. Kelvin Johnson.
Nice try, Mike.
Don't get that pass.
Anyways, so they have Derek White, who played well at the end of the season. Kelvin Johnson. I think Rudy Gay is gone. I know they had Rudy Gay last season.
Total.
Yeah. Be surprised if he's still kicking in the league.
What's the center's name? Can you get that?
Jakob.
Yeah, him. I got him in fantasy. I think he's gonna be good.
Honestly, they have 3 guys that are all from Europe that all pretty much play the exact same position.
All right, so
they got 3 just tall.
They got Popovich.
Dudes from Europe. Yeah. They do have Popovich, but he is not having a good team on his side. So I'll take the under. I like Keldon Johnson though, and I love DeJounte.
Just wait till one of them become the next Tim Duncan. Just wait on it.
Hey, I have I take my Tim Duncan top 10 player of all time take very seriously.
You don't think Poodle could do it?
I will take someone to the woodshed over Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan disrespect is not allowed.
I'm not disrespecting Tim. I know.
Duncan. I'm just. We've never talked about it before. It's never come up, so I'm just like letting that.
Tim Duncan's a great player.
Putting that out there.
All right. I like the under just because I think 29 perfect. Utah Jazz 53.5.
I'm taking this one. I have the under because I will always pray on the Utah Jazz's downfall forever until I'm dead. So, under.
They're my 1 seed over. Like I said, I think the Lakers are going to sit. I think they're going to do the same thing. They're a great regular season team, great home court. Donovan Mitchell, stud. They got Bogdanovich, stud. Rudy Gobert, stud. Jordan Clarkson, he'd be a starter on half these damn teams. He'd be a bench player, stud. So I like that. They're my 1 seed. Not saying they're the best team. They're just the 1 seed.
You just left out the best player on their team, though.
Oh, Joe Ingles. They have Joe Ingles.
Thank you very much. Okay, I have them as my 2 seed, so over for me as well.
I like the over.
Joe Ingles.
I don't understand. The best trash talker in the NBA currently?
It's my bad. Oh, dude, you know how he'd be. Damn it, the Jets are losing 2-0 now. He'd be fucking. I bet at the gyms. He go to his local gym. He looks like he's like that. Goes to his local gyms and just balls up.
I got a breaking news from Shams. Kyrie Irving on Instagram. I'm standing with all those that believe what is right. Everybody's entitled to do what they feel is what's best for themselves. Seeing the way this is dividing our world up, it's sad to see. People are losing jobs to mandates. So kind of just what we already discussed, but now he's talking.
No, at least he's had a voice. At least the voice part's actually working now. Using his voice.
So,
he's texting, but not really voice.
Fair. So we will see. Just got a notification. Had to share.
At least he put his message out there finally.
You get Kyrie Irving Instagram notifications?
I get Shams notifications on Twitter.
Oh, it's from Shams. Okay.
Yeah.
Carry on. That makes way more sense.
No, if I have another man, if I have another man's notifications that aren't Kanye West, check it on me. I got issues.
All right. So can we get everyone's favorite for the Western Conference and then everyone's dark horse? Maybe the fun team to watch?
Lakers and Kings.
Lakers and Timberwolves.
Well, Lakers and Pelicans.
That was mine too. Mine were Lakers and Timberwolves. All right, screw that. I'm going Lakers and Timberwolves. I can't pick the Suns. I can't do it. I can't put myself. I can't.
Nice.
I want to, but I gotta use my brain instead of my heart. I really like the Timberwolves this year. I think they're gonna make the play. That's fine. Boom.
All right. Well, as you see at the bottom of the ticker, if you're watching the video of this, we do have a little hockey going on. Night 2 of hockey. The Blackhawks are down 3-0. But that is to the that is to the Stanley Cup favorites, the Avalanche.
I know, but still, it's like the first period. Let's go.
Yeah,
come on.
It ain't great, but it's okay. No big deal. The Maple Leafs won.
Yeah,
so that's fun.
As they
you ready to go? Oh,
as they should.
Yes, as they should. Noah, are you ready to talk some baseball?
No, I'm not.
Not either. I thought we were going to get past this.
I'm really not.
I am back in on baseball fully, completely, 100%. I have not watched anything except baseball games the last few weeks, so I've watched totally ready.
I'm ready, mentally.
I am
not physically. Physically, I watched all the games. That Sox game yesterday, man.
I was really mad about it yesterday, really mad, and then I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
The Sox should be good for 5 years, more than 5+ years. So.
I had to put on a brave face and listen to Buster Olney's podcast and listen to the ESPN writers, break down the series and what went wrong and all that stuff. And they're the national guys.
Let's talk about that first. Let's just get the White Sox out of the way.
They're the national guys.
What did they do wrong?
Starting pitching.
Okay, walked. They couldn't throw a fucking strike.
Starting pitching.
They couldn't hit the ball half the time. Except for in Game 3.
Lance McCullers.
Baseball team can't hit ball, gets knocked out of playoffs.
No, they can hit. No, here's the thing. They hit the ball for fucking singles.
Weak contact, a lot of singles. A lot of blue.
You got it when you
gotta get the ball in the air.
Timely hitting.
Timely hitting.
So many runners left on base during Game 2. they could have easily blown that game up. They had bases loaded with 1 out in the first inning, 1 run. After that I'm like, fuck, you got to put a crooked number up against the Astros. You got to put a crooked number up. Like the game 3, they scored like 5, 6 in 1 inning in the third.
Yeah,
they
were down like 5-1, and then
you got to put a crooked number up, and they were putting up 1 run. What is that?
Kyrie's just live on Instagram,
okay.
So they're talking.
Yeah, give us updates if you get anything good.
I will.
And I got to give credit to the Astros. Hate to do it. I got to give credit where credit is due. They're a hell of a team.
There's a lot I want to get into.
That lineup, 1 through 8, Martin Maldonado can't hit. But he's a great fielder. Gold Glover, throws out. You can't run on him.
Before Ian goes in, I just want to touch.
I'm sure we all have similar.
Fielding, like I said, fielding was a little rough. Lurie doesn't know where to go and right.
Tucker's a stud.
That's not where I was going. No, I wanted to touch base on Ryan Tepera.
That's where I'm going.
Dude, stupid.
That's where I'm going.
Stupid comments. Don't just
shut up.
What do you say?
Don't wake the beast. Don't wake the beast.
What do you say?
So okay,
he accused the Astros of cheating.
He accused the Astros of cheating during the season.
Oh, that was him. Okay.
So in case anyone doesn't know, Ryan Tepera kind of went out after Game 3.
Pitcher for the White Sox.
Very good.
Yes, he insinuated that the Astros are oddly a worse road team than they are a home team,
which isn't right. That's incorrect.
Statistically not true.
And if you really think about it, if you're going to accuse anybody of cheating in this series,
that's what Dusty said.
It's the White Sox.
That's what Dusty
said. I love the White Sox.
And if you look at the OPS numbers for both the teams, the White Sox home road splits are actually significantly worse than the Astros are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tepera's got to shut him up.
Ryan Tepera, just take the win. Like, you don't need to.
That's the big
thing. There's no need to do that.
It discredits everything the bullpen did, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
You just collectively just had this great performance against this really good team. Why are you bringing up?
Yeah, shout out Aaron Bummer. Aaron Bummer had one of the best relief performances I've seen. This year.
But I hope they bring back Ryan Tepera.
I hope they bring him back. I think it
is interesting.
I don't know how many years was he having his contract.
I don't know if he's a free agent this year.
I don't think he is.
So
I know Craig could. Yeah, I don't think Tepera is.
Well, Campbell's getting traded apparently. So
that is the rumor.
Yeah,
which is so stupid. Buy high, solo. What the fuck are we doing? I'd just keep him. I'd keep him and let him.
You think he's gonna get any better? Because everyone,
actually, I think
he can, but I think he can too. I think he can. The conversation's all about he's an eighth inning guy tonight.
I think you keep pitching him in the 8th until he gets comfortable with it. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
it seems like he's not comfortable yet.
I think you needed to give him a spring training to get used to it a little bit more. Give him the off season to get his mind right. I think he could have came back. Still could come back.
It took him a while with the Cubs too.
I mean, he got thrown in the middle of the season, and I know you're he's one of the greatest closers of all time. Can you pitch the 8th inning for us? It's a whole different.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of rattles you after he's been the closer the whole time. I mean, all of a sudden going, hey, dude, you're gonna start throwing 8th inning now. You're not. We don't think you.
It sounds so dumb. It sounds stupid because you're what's the number? No. Yeah. Why does the number? It's a mental game.
It's adrenaline. It's
a mental game. Yeah. Adam Wainwright, great announcer by the way.
Yeah, he
did a great job.
He did really good.
He said the exact same thing. It's a mental thing.
Yeah, because even closers in non-save situations,
they let up a run.
Not as good.
For example, the Braves Brewers game. I don't know if you guys watched it. Josh Hader in the 8th inning. Josh Hader is one of the chop. Keep chopping on.
Chop on.
Who picked them to beat the Brewers, by the way?
I jumped in.
I'm gonna give you.
I was convinced.
I thought
I switched. I was convinced.
Yeah, no, good pick.
I texted Mike the Braves over whoever they're playing because I forgot Milwaukee was in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll get to that. We can get to that series now, but I think we talked enough about the Sox.
I still have thoughts.
I have thoughts on one guy.
Just look at Josh Hader throwing in the 8th inning. He's not used to that.
I like those managerial decisions in the postseason, though.
Well, it seems like it didn't work that.
Because it's an analytically aligned thought process.
Mm-hmm.
And
sometimes in the postseason you throw analytics out the window.
Yep.
And sometimes you use them. For instance, the Rays, the analytic team, they lost. Maybe too much analytics going on. Sometimes you got to go back to basics, like in the Boston game. I don't know. Did you watch the end of game 4?
The walk-off one?
Yeah. So they got a single.
Okay.
Bunt. Analytics tell you don't bunt. What did Alex Cora do? Bunt.
I think that it
got the runner home.
It's true because like in the postseason, you don't. I mean, you can like break tendencies and stuff.
Yeah. That's what some teams do.
But, like,
and mostly it does or doesn't work.
The pitching stuff there's more evidence to show that it works than it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Go ahead. Were you talking about the White Sox though?
It is what it is. I don't know. I know that he ran into one. He really did. But I said it before, and I'm gonna.
The Hawks would.
Said it in text. I just really don't think this team is going to win the World Series if Leury Garcia is an everyday player.
I agree. I love Leury.
There's just no way.
Leury's great. He had one of the best hits in God knows how many years. He's a bench player.
Also, closing thoughts for me on the Sox. 2 things really quick. Tony La Russa freaking out about a Brady getting thrown at, dumb as hell.
Yeah, I think he was just mad.
It's so dated. It was really annoying to watch. But I did like the fact that we did get our like kind of dusty La Russa moment, so that was good. Final closing thought. I think we can look back at the season and be happy with it to an extent.
Obviously, first time they've ever won back.
Because the expectations now compared to where they were just like a year ago, 2 years ago, the bar has now been raised for everybody, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that because this is just how I feel for all intents and purposes, they just got their asses kicked.
Yeah, Houston was the better team. And every facet of the game, Houston played better.
So I think it's really cool that they got this far, and now ownership, the front office, they see them get beat as bad as they did. Now they're like, okay, this is the gap. This is what we need to do.
And they see the fans.
To close the gap.
They see the fans.
Right.
And they know Sox fans want to win.
Right.
I mean, Mike, you were there. I mean, that had to be like one of the greatest atmospheres.
Oh yeah,
that
100%.
You've ever seen. I mean, it was amazing.
And Reinsdorf's got the reputation as a penny pincher and things like that and stuff. And not that they're going to spend a lot or anything like that, but just the fact that like we know marginally where the gap is.
They should win the division for the next 5 years.
And they should, and now we know that they can do that with where they're at. But this was really good because now it's like, okay, we can compare ourselves to these teams now and be serious. Like we couldn't compare ourselves to the Astros like 2 years ago, and it'd be like a
not even last year.
Right.
Last year
so now we're in the ring with them, and it's like, all right.
If it wasn't for expanded, the Sox might have not made it. We don't know. We didn't have the full season.
This is what we have to do. This is what needs to change for us to be able to compete on a level with them. And honestly, as much as I went back, because I have all of the old podcast stuff saved on my app so that I won't lose the feed. But I went back and I listened to our Chuck conversation. And as much as he felt differently about it as some of the people in the room, not just me, but, the postseason experience that they had.
It showed.
And he was like, what do you mean? Like everyone on the team's got postseason experience. I was like, in my head, I didn't say anything, but at the time, but like it's like Oakland with no fans and an expanded playoff. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like that playoff win.
It wasn't.
Like it counts, but it doesn't count.
For the experience, it does not count at all.
I didn't count that. That's like
you're not playing in Houston with a packed crowd, orange everywhere, and people booing you. The Astros are used to that. They're used to getting booed.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Every time they go on the road, they get booed. And it seems like it doesn't faze them because they have experience and they're used to it.
The 1 year experience, I think, will do them better. But also, I think from a free agency trade standpoint, the front office has a clear viewpoint of where they lack.
This was definitely a successful season.
Now, I don't want to spark a debate because I know this was a talking point down the stretch. But I wonder, because this is something people are talking about, they kind of folded it in a little bit. They kind of coasted. They were on cruise control for a while.
Can they compete?
And then they got into the playoffs and got burned. I'm not saying home field advantage would have made a difference, anything like that. I'm just saying.
It's beating good teams.
These are things people are talking about right now. They cruise, and they kind of took some losses down the stretch.
This is a topic. It was a topic.
No, I don't know.
It was a topic.
The last three series, they were very good. No, the last 3 series, they were very good. At one point during the end of the season, we're like, all right, we got the 3 seed. And
we were flirting with the.
And at the end, we're like, oh my God, we can almost get the 2
These are things that people are talking about right now.
Yeah, no.
And my Twitter following's gained by like 40 because I've like just went through and I was just following a bunch of White Sox Twitter.
Oh yeah, weren't you in the war with White Sox Dave?
I was.
We got to talk. Yeah.
I was used as a weapon by John Cusack in the war.
Are you honored?
So hold on. So
Wait.
for anyone that doesn't know, Barstool Chicago,
everywhere.
White Sox Dave and John Cusack. Yeah, White Sox Dave and John Cusack got into a little beef because John Cusack is a fan of both the Sox and the Cubs, and it started a whole Twitter war.
Which is
it was
not allowed.
over every news. And then somehow Ian got used in the war, and so Ian has been inserted into the war.
My tweet was used as a weapon in Twitter combat. It's true.
Oh.
First and foremost, I want to say I understand that liking both teams is sacrilegious.
Mhm.
Like you can't do it,
Yeah.
but also I don't care. Like I just don't. I never have. Me and Mike have had debates on over if the rivalry is a real rivalry or not for a very long time. I just don't care. I don't. I understand that it means a lot to other people.
It means a lot to me.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Mhm.
For me, just in the context of the scenario, because I'm like inserting myself into this thing. Truth be told, I was just half awake and I saw John Cusack on Twitter liking tweets and responding to people. So I was like, let me see if I can get a response.
That's what I do.
John Cusack. And
that's how I got Akeem Hicks to tweet at me.
So I said something totally harmless, like last, like
Here we go. I have it. Here we go.
Okay, here, go ahead.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Are we screen sharing this here? Are we using the?
We're gonna screen share it again.
All right, cool.
Yep.
Oh, we're in the 21st century, all right.
Here it is. I got the tweet here. There it is.
This is Ian's tweet.
Yeah. So I wasn't making any sort of proclamation one way or the other.
Yeah, you weren't picking a side here.
I really wasn't. That was kind of what I was going for. I was just
going for the balance as everything
being
should be.
Very neutral. And then I got quite a few likes and quote tweets. Then there's a response from John Cusack there. Yeah. So there you go. After John Cusack getting in there, my favorite.
Do you really think Cusack knows the White Sox players, though? Let's be real.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know how deep you want to get into this, how much we care. I
don't really care that much.
I don't either, but like it's been my phone for the last 2 days because it's gotten like my tweet's gotten 70 likes, and then I'm getting like thrown into other threads of people arguing about this. So I've been exposed. He apparently. The timeline goes that he was a big Cub guy
during their stretch.
During the 04 run, the 03 run, the Bartman stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then when 2005 came along, obviously,
then he jumped to the White
Sox, and then famously,
yeah, that's how you can't do that.
Rumor has it, famously. Here's the thing, also, I don't care, but also I wouldn't wear Cubs stuff either.
No.
So. Because I am a Sox fan, so I wouldn't wear Cubs stuff, but I don't hate the Cubs. That's the whole thing. But anyway, so he was at a Northside bar, apparently. Rumor has it, according to one person, and he was wearing Sox stuff. And one of the guys in his group asked the bartender if they could keep the place open longer for him. And Northside bar by Wrigley Field, and they like saw him in the Sox stuff, and they were like, "Why don't you?" The quote was.
Go your Cubs hat on?
Well, like, no, the quote was, go, why don't you go outside and take the bandwagon home that you came here on, is what the guy said. So there's a lot of reports of the, of like both.
You really
it's really
got
funny
him there. You really got him.
Because I was like, oh shit, like John Cusack. So then I started sharing the tweet with people. And then my cousin, who's like a big Cub fan, like was as mad at John Cusack as White Sox Dave is at John Cusack. So like no one wants him. Like, it's not even like Cub fans are defending him. Like, it's no one wants this. It's just like he's just here.
And then there was fan, you can't root for the
and then was there also a photo of him like repping the Cardinals too?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting way out of hand here.
You know, and my honestly though, my favorite thing about all of this is the amount of like DMs I've gotten from people just calling me names because I made the tweet. Like one Twitter user, I believe it was like Randy6274.
You got your ass, didn't you?
He sent me my own tweet and then said, "Fun fact, you're a dumbass." So like, you know, like
welcome to Twitter.
It's honestly,
welcome to Twitter.
I can't lie, after like about a night and a half of just the constant Twitter notifications, I kind of regret doing it. I don't care anymore. Like the news cycle, like it got past me now. Like I don't even care anymore. It's whatever.
Right.
But I'm having a really good time. One, how many media outlets are like covering this like it's an actual story because it's not. It's dumb. It's Barstool. It's what Barstool does like to a T. Like this is what their brand is built off of, and then like the amount of people on Twitter that are going to such lengths and like deep in like 6 tweets in back and forth with someone debating over if it matters which team John Cusack roots for. Like it matters, but even if you think he shouldn't do it, like no one was talking about John Cusack before this. Like who cares?
Nope. So, all right. So
moving on.
All right. So back real fast. So I have 2 things. One, can I get a report card grade on Tony La Russa in his first year with the Sox?
He's better than I thought he would be.
He started off on a DUI, so does that factor into the report card?
Yeah, it raises.
If you want to, you can. It's your report card.
If he would have won the first round, I'd bump it up to an A, but I'm going B+. With the injuries he had, he did a good job.
No, I'll go C because he also just ruined Mercedes, passion for baseball, so it goes down a little bit. Kind of trash that.
I'm gonna go with.
I don't know. I think Yerman just couldn't be as good as he was at the beginning.
I'm gonna go with a solid.
I just think there was a reason why he was in the minors for so long.
I'm gonna go with a solid B. I think there was a few mismanagement of the bullpen at times, and I think we also showed not pulling pitchers earlier than they should have in the postseason. Kind of also showed.
Should have pulled Lance Lynn before he even started. I have so much beef with this guy, and it just why is the hatred not mimicked? Why does no one else hate Lance Lynn as much as I do? The 2 times I've seen him, he's terrible.
Because he's really good. Because he's good against 28 other. He's good against 28 other teams.
Boo.
He's really good against.
Huh? Boo.
28 other
teams. Boo, Lance Lynn, get him out. Boo.
Okay.
Put on the pedestal to get him out of here.
You got him for like another 2 years.
3 years. That's 3. This is 3 years.
Oh, I'm driving the train. Get him out of here.
Okay.
Get him out.
Okay.
Ian, what's your report?
That's it.
Yeah, Ian, we got.
I'm gonna go A-.
Okay.
Because this wasn't supposed to work from the day that it happened.
Mike was gonna fucking throw a goddamn. Mike was going.
Hated this.
Oh,
shit.
you hate? I see.
Everyone.
No one was the only one. Noah was the only one that didn't seem to care.
I liked it because he's a Hall of Famer.
I hated this from the jump for so many reasons, and all of the concerns that everyone had going into it have proved to be moot points. There was, again, Mike brought up the Yerman Mercedes stuff. That was one particular moment where it was like, but generally speaking, they got through it.
The worry was, can he get along with the players? And I think he got along with every player.
And honestly, I think it's worked out as well as it could up to this point. I would have liked to go, like in a vacuum for this year, I think A- because my goal going into it in my own head was like, I was like ALCS. Because if they can get there, then that can like springboard them to the next thing. So I wanted to get past this first round. But again, they probably would have had a higher seed or home field advantage if they weren't riddled with injuries the entire year and he navigated through all of that.
They very well could have got that 1 seed. They very well could have.
So, and if you get a 1 seed, who knows, whatever. But it wasn't supposed to work on paper. It wasn't supposed to.
Eloy out for 100 games.
His age. Is the game pass him by? Like, and did he mismanage the bullpen a little bit in the postseason? Like
everyone does.
If they would have won those games, we would have said no, but they lost, so they did. That's just how baseball works. Like when you lose in the playoffs, it's the manager's fault. That's just how it is. Like the manager doesn't matter all year, and then if you lose in the playoffs, it's the manager's fault. That's just how it works. So that's fine.
You get like Kevin Cash. Yeah. Rays were so good all year.
Everyone loves Kevin Cash,
and then misused the bullpen against Boston. And I will pitchforks on him.
Can I interject just real quick? The Chicago Sky and Mercury are in overtime, and the Mercury is currently up 85-79.
What a game! What a game!
And then second little last thing about the Sox real fast, because I'm sure most of us saw the press conference. Are we all in the same boat that Rodon, that was his last game?
Yeah.
As a White Sox?
I think it was his last game. Yeah, especially Scott Boras is his agent.
Yeah, someone will overpay for him.
Yeah. I mean, he gets hurt a lot. I love Rodon.
Mike knows I've not been a fan for a very long time. So my narrative.
When healthy, Rodon.
My narrative is complete. It is fulfilled.
When Rodon is healthy, we can agree he's a Cy Young pitcher. It was proven this year.
He did it for half a year.
He can't stay healthy.
Exactly.
That's why I wouldn't pay.
In his Sox career, he had half of a good year.
Yes, that's why I wouldn't pay him.
And that's the thing.
Let him drift off and go to
this isn't the first time we've seen this Rodon. We've seen this Rodon before, but it's usually only for like 3 games and then he gets hurt and then it's done. Mm-hmm. We don't see it again.
Yeah, that's why you don't.
So this time we just saw it. We just saw it for a bit longer than usual, and then he got hurt. So then we're back to square one.
Top pitcher when he's healthy.
Half of a good year.
Listen, if we can get him on a team friendly deal, by all means.
That's not happening. It's not happening.
It's not going to happen though.
Hell no. Nope.
All right. Well, let's just stay on that route. So we now have the Boston Red Sox against the Houston Astros in the ALCS. Game 1 being this Friday.
Uh-huh.
What's our thoughts?
Cheater against cheater. I mean, Alex Cora,
right,
was the bench coach who helps with the cheating scandal, and then you got the Astros. So I like Houston a lot more. Just the way I saw their lineup. I think they play clean baseball, defensively, base running. They just don't make mistakes, timely hitting. Boston did beat Tampa Bay. That's a huge win for them. No one would have thought at the beginning of the season they would have made it this far. I mean, just last year they missed the playoffs and expanded. I mean, I say Alex Cora is a cheater, but he's a damn good coach.
I think he might be the best manager left.
He is a damn good manager. He knows how to get along with his players. He gets people to trust him. They get people to go with him. Everything he does.
The X factor in the series. I like the Red Sox going into it.
I like the Red Sox.
It's going to be a lot of offense.
If you look at the Alex Cora's 15 games over 500 as an underdog. He finds a way.
Legal or not legal?
And Lance McCullers in Game 4 left early.
Oh yeah, it's forearm tightness, right?
The series is starting Friday. Well, that's only in 2 days.
2 days from now.
Saturday.
It's
right there. Oh, look at the banner. We got this for a reason.
My bad.
If he can't pitch Game 1, that's a question mark. Chris Sale for me is a question mark. He's been very rough. I mean, he hasn't looked like Chris Sale since the Tommy John. The Rays were pouncing on him. I say you put Chris Sale in the bullpen. I mean, they were going to do that in Game 4, just in case if the game went any longer. I'd throw him in the bullpen, give him one good inning.
Mike, who do you like?
I like Houston. I like the lineup better.
I just like the underdog story, so I'll take the Red Sox.
I will say Kike is the hottest hitter on earth.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, Kike is. Houston's pitching's going to have to slow him down, and I expect a lot of runs this series. Unlike the Brewers-Braves series, where there was 1 run a game.
Yes, and then on the other side of the spectrum, we have in the NLCS, we have the Atlanta Braves versus we don't know yet. Dodgers Giants play tomorrow in Game 5.
See, I know I picked the Dodgers.
Who's pitching?
Logan Webb against Julio Urias. I know I picked the Dodgers to win.
I like the Giants.
I was about to get there. I know I picked the Dodgers to win the World Series, but Logan Webb
is
going to absolutely shut down that Dodgers lineup just like he did in Game 1. Shut out with 7 innings, 10 strikeouts.
You think he's going to go that long?
It's Game 5.
I think it's going to be a bullpen game.
I don't think so.
I think it's a bullpen game.
I don't think so. No.
That's just what I think. Because I think the leashes are going to get shorter.
If Logan Webb starts getting knocked around, yeah.
If it turns into a bullpen game, I like the Giants.
Well, Max Scherzer will come out of the bullpen.
I stand by my statement.
But no, I'm picking the Giants too. I know I picked the Dodgers to win the World Series, but I didn't think it would get to Game 5 against the Giants. I think the Dodgers would have won in Game 4 at least. I didn't think it was going to go 5. I think the Dodgers were the better team.
How many games will the Braves win in the NLCS?
2.
Okay.
I mean, they got here for a reason. I didn't think they were going to make it.
Their record since the All-Star break is as good as the Dodgers. When Acuna got hurt, everyone kind of left them for dead.
The front office did a great job. Jock Peterson, Jorge Soler, Eddie Rosario. I mean,
Jock Peterson for nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's been a great. He's had 2 homers.
Freddie Freeman.
So underrated.
if you don't watch baseball like that, like you probably don't know who.
You know how big of a smile I had on my face when he hit that homer?
Freddie Freeman is the best.
That's such a big smile.
Yeah.
Like, he did a
if you're
curtain call.
Maybe not best players, but favorite players. Like if he's not in your top 5 or 10 of like active guys, like I don't know.
And just last year, in his MVP season, he had COVID and thought, I can't play.
Yeah.
He's like, this is destroying me. And he had an MVP season.
Like I'm rooting. I'm pulling for them. I'm pulling for them.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead. Go Braves. Their pitching was very good.
I don't know if they're gonna.
Charlie Morton was good, very good. Max Fried,
dude,
was very good.
He's pitching really well right now.
I mean, they had some great performances. Bullpen did their job, but man, was that Brewers offense? God, if you thought the Sox couldn't hit like extra bases or anything, the Brewers couldn't hit shit. They're gonna hit singles.
Remember Christian Yelich?
No.
Yeah.
It seems so long ago when he was like an MVP.
That's crazy.
No, there was what changed the whole series was, I don't know, game 3, I think it was. Brewers it was 1-1. Brewers had second and third, nobody out. It was 0-0. Nobody out. You blow up in the game there because the Brewers pitching so good.
Got out of it.
They scored no runs.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, all right, it's over. If you can't get a run with second and third, what makes you think you're going to run any ASL or any other way? You're not going to get anything.
I was gonna share screen right now the Sky Mercury game as we are down to 31 seconds in a 3-point game. I just don't know if we're gonna get flagged by YouTube when we post this.
We 100%.
Yeah, probably.
We'll be down in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm not
that's it for baseball. We covered every series. We started the Dodgers game tomorrow.
Yeah. So Atlanta though, do we think they have a shot against either one of these?
Yeah.
I think they
got a shot. Yeah, why don't we? Yeah.
I don't think like national pundits are going to give them much of a chance, but
all 5 teams all have a shot. And they're all great teams. I mean, you make it this far, it shows that you can win. And just last year, the Braves were up 3-1 against the Dodgers, 1-1 away from the World Series.
It's crazy to think that the Braves are doing all this without Acuna. Like it's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They still got Albies. They still got Swanson. They still got Freeman.
Oh, I mean,
Austin Riley.
They have.
Like I said last time,
Riley.
They have one of the best infields in the league, no question. It was my worry was the pitching, and the pitching showed me they can perform well
against that Brewers lineup. So that's the whole thing.
If
they get the Dodgers or they get the Giants, they're going to get one or the other. But
I think they can win 2.
Yeah,
I think they can win 2. I think they can steal one on a road, maybe get a home game, maybe. I mean, you can't count them out. They're in the NLCS.
All right.
Well, 4 wins away from the World Series.
Ian, do you have a quick little college football?
I got to do a quick little college football thing. We just had the biggest week of the season. What are you talking about? Cut my bit short. That's bullshit. No.
All right, go ahead.
Mercer won.
The floor is yours.
Again.
Dude, I'm telling you, Alabama with their loss, better watch out, Alabama.
Unbeaten since Alabama. Okay.
Ever since I became a fan.
Since Bama beat Mercer, Mercer's unbeaten. They're at the top of their conference. We are looking good for that FCS playoff position.
What are they in the poll rankings? Are they at least 100 yet?
Well, the FCS polls are probably in the top 20, but my phone is taking forever to load, and I have to keep the scores up from last week. So I'm not going to look right now. But drama. Did any of you guys watch any of the games?
Yes. Yeah,
which games did we watch?
Alabama.
I watched the Oklahoma game.
Texas.
The Oklahoma-Texas game was insanity.
Yeah.
Like, Texas.
Feel bad for the Texas +3
punched Oklahoma in the mouth. They were ahead all game. Spencer Rattler, the consensus #1 quarterback going into the season, right?
Yep.
Gets benched for Caleb Williams. Finally, if you're an Oklahoma fan, they've been calling for that for weeks. And he leads them back 55-48 in the Red River Shootout, a game that is famous for high scoring and absolute chaos. And we saw that again this Saturday.
Yeah. Did you happen to see sorry, real quick. Did you happen to see the Twitter video of the coach, Lincoln Riley, and wife and kids hugging Caleb Williams after the game? I'm dead serious.
Bye, Spencer.
Get Spencer out of there in that transfer portal immediately. If you got,
I was gonna say, is he leaving yet?
The wife is giving you hugs, and there's video footage of that. What do you think the group chat's saying to that guy?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah.
But Rattler's a guy that's been like, he's one of those highly touted quarterback guys, so I don't think he's going to be too bothered by it. I honestly think it's just what you guys are saying. It's just like, all right, if my draft stock gets so low that I fall out of the first round, then we'll just go to the transfer portal and
it works for some quarterbacks.
I'll just play somewhere else.
Didn't Jalen Hurts go from Oklahoma to Alabama or whatever?
Other way around, but
Alabama
to Oklahoma. Joe Burrow from Ohio State.
So it works.
That's the new way to do it. It's the new way to do it.
That's better go in that transfer portal now.
Oklahoma.
Maybe Mercer can go pick him up.
Yeah, maybe. Oklahoma saved their season. They really did. They were on the ropes, their college football playoff season. So they remained 6-0. They are ranked 6th in the AP poll going into this next week. So a huge win. And it's just one of those games. It's the margins, and they found a way to pull it out. Georgia is still Georgiaing people. It's a verb.
Their defense is like historically good, right?
Yeah, their front seven is an NFL front seven. They beat Auburn 34-10. So they're just like every SEC opponent they have. I talked earlier episodes in the past that these SEC games, they're all tough. SEC road games, unless it's Vanderbilt, are hard. It's as close to a pro environment as you'll get, and it does not matter where Georgia goes or who Georgia plays. Georgia's destroying literally everyone. They have not played a close game this year.
How many points do you think Alabama could put up on them?
We were going to find out.
Oh, when do they play?
SEC title game.
Oh,
so
that's right.
At the end of the regular season, unless Alabama loses again. But
yeah.
Quick run through here. The three versus 4 matchup. The Iowa-Penn State game was a game that was really big for the Big Ten. It was the first top 10 game between two Big Ten opponents that didn't include Ohio State since '97. So that was big for the conference. Iowa's one of those teams where they're like, how are we here right now? Like, they're looking at themselves at 2 this week, and they're like very much in the mix, and they're a team that people always expect to either be like 8-4, 9-3, or sub 5.
Do you think this is going to carry on throughout the whole season, or do you think they're going to they're going to get like an upset one of these weeks and fall back to grace?
So they play in the Big Ten West. So the Big Ten split up in the East and the West. So Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, they're all in the East. Iowa's in the West with like Illinois, Northwestern.
So they're in the weaker.
They're in the weaker division.
Okay.
So if any team has a chance to run the table in the West, it's definitely Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they'll lose a conference game in the West. The problem is, assuming Ohio State runs the table, they're going to run into them.
Mm-hmm.
Or if Michigan can actually beat Ohio State for the first time in like a decade, then they'll run into them. I think they match up better against Michigan than Ohio State. I'm not out on Ohio State at all. I still think they have a very, very good chance to make the playoff because that one loss was non-conference.
He's got the rankings on the bottom.
So
sweet.
It's a beautiful touch. So yeah, a very
You're welcome.
Very.
Doesn't Georgia play Kentucky
this weekend? Actually.
Okay.
Right. So as I'm scrolling through here, I'm just trying to get through last week's games real quick, and then we can jump into this coming week really quick.
Where's Mercer from?
Michigan survived a road scare against Nebraska, so they're 6-0. I'm not totally sold on Michigan. It's the best Jim Harbaugh start that he's ever had. He's never been 6-0 at Michigan. But they're a team where I just have to. I was a Michigan fan for a very long time. It's a shame that
you're not a fan of them anymore.
No, I was a diehard Michigan fan.
Yeah, how's Northwestern done?
Northwestern is horrendous.
Oh,
yeah.
I was thinking that because you haven't been talking about them.
Yeah, no. So like, really super quick. So like with Northwestern, it's like they're good for 2 years and then they're bad for a year. And then
so this is their year.
So this is their bad year.
Okay, all right.
At the end of last year, I knew this was
consistency. You gotta appreciate that.
Yeah, so because you gotta get the new recruits in. So they're really young right now. But anyway, Michigan, I need to see them play someone that's not Nebraska.
Mercer.
You almost lose to Nebraska on the road.
Mercer.
You know, yeah, sure. So it was good that they got out of there because they got the 6-0 record. They're going to play Michigan State soon. Michigan State's in the top 10 for the first time in a very long time. So probably since 2017 probably. So that's a game that's going to come up later down the stretch that is going to define their season. The story of the week, though, I think, whenever Alabama loses,
I watched that game.
It captures the
at the end. It looks like
the attention of everybody, and it's interesting because Texas A&M is a team that going into the year, a lot of pundits and myself included, they were really high on because Jimbo Fisher came from Florida State. He won a national championship with Jameis Winston at Florida State, and they made it to the college football playoff with Jameis the year that Jameis and Marcus Mariota got drafted. But he's a very good coach and he's a very good recruiter. And if you look at the 247.com, like the rankings for recruiting and stuff like that, they're in on everybody, and they've been climbing up the ranks year after year. So they have had the last couple of years the talent to beat Alabama. They had those guys.
You know the reason why the Alabama lost though?
Why is that?
Johnny Manziel was in the building.
Johnny Manziel was there. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I wish I would have known that. I would have took the live freaking spread at Texas A&M.
Money
Manziel
was in.
Fuck! I wish I would have been rich.
Yes.
Yeah. Damn it.
Probably I imagine it was probably their homecoming game. So a lot of alumnus were there, Johnny Manziel included. So they've had the talent. A lot of criticism has gone on Jimbo Fisher himself and how he's called plays and things like that. A lot of RPO game and stuff. And him being kind of an issue to not being able to elevate the talent he's had to beat Alabama. So coming into this game, A&M's defense and the performance that they put on, despite the point total they allowed, in order to hang with Alabama,
very impressive.
They did a very good job to keep themselves in the game.
They were losing by a lot at halftime, right? It was like 24-10.
I got to be Alabama was.
Yeah, Alabama was losing 24-10, and then Alabama started crawling back.
Yeah, they came out of halftime and they kept it close.
They probably like, wait, we're Alabama, let's go play.
Right. Yeah. So they came out of halftime and they were able to put some points up, and even
that video of the girlfriend.
The kicker,
yeah, that was a good. That was something you love to see. You know,
that's the video of the kicker's girlfriend and the family watching the kid go through and stuff, and their quarterback Calzada had Zach Calzada had a really good game, put up 285 yards, 3 touchdowns, limited the turnovers, only an interception. They had a lot of they have 2 running backs that are really good that kept them in the game. So 41-38 final, 38 points allowed, but in college football, you can have a game where you give up 38 points and you can say what a game from the defense. So that's a big story. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Alabama's probably making the college football playoff. I'm not going to lie.
I was kind of surprised when they were the 5th seed. I thought they would have been like the 4th or 3rd.
They're just banned. Like, the problem is they're still themselves. You know what I mean? Like they were.
It's not that they got
a 3-point, again, the SEC road games are tough. A 3-point loss on the road to an SEC team that was ranked like 6th preseason. Like, they got guys. The pollsters know that. So they're going to be.
Yeah, that's why I was like, wow, they got to the 5th.
Honestly, I think if they can avoid another loss, which I think they probably should.
Yeah, you think they'll lose another?
If you have 2 losses, you're out. A 2-loss team's never made it. But if Georgia wins out,
you think that puts a lot of pressure on them, or do you think they're fine?
They're Bama.
Okay.
And they're just not going to run anyone that's as good as
Texas A&M.
Like Auburn that last week of the season. Like when we get there for that rivalry weekend, when all those rivalry games pop up, I'm gonna have a blast talking about that on here because like that elevates everything because like rivalry games.
If Auburn wins, Alabama's out.
So there's that. But
right now, the Iron Bowl.
Yes. So right now, circle your calendar. SEC championship game. The way that this is headed currently.
What day?
No clue.
I was gonna mark my calendar.
It's in like this. It's probably the last week of December, but before
Christmas.
It's probably like December, like 18th or something that weekend. Okay. It's looking like Bama, Georgia, and it could be for a spot in the playoff if Alabama. Well, if Alabama has 1 loss and they're playing Georgia in the SEC championship game, a 2-loss team's never made it.
But if you beat Georgia,
you'll have 1 loss and you're in. But if Alabama loses to Georgia on a neutral site, has 2 losses, Alabama's probably out. So the way it's looking right now in the SEC, for all intents and purposes, unless Kentucky beats Georgia, but like,
what's the spread on that?
No disrespect. That's like the Mississippi. Yeah, that's like the Mississippi.
That's insane for 11. Like it's 1-11 and it's 23.5.
That's what I'm saying. Like that Alabama Mississippi game was like a game where it's like, oh, Mississippi's got a good offense, like maybe, and then Alabama just destroyed them. Like it's one of those where it's like, yeah, they're ranked, but like whatever. It's looking like it's going to be Georgia Bama, and if Georgia doesn't have a loss, it's going to be Georgia versus Bama.
No Cincinnati love.
No, I mean for the SEC championship.
Oh, I think about for the actual playoffs.
If Cincinnati wins out, I don't see why they don't make it.
But do you think they compete?
No, I think they'll get the George
Okay.
Plus, I think Iowa's not going to win the national championship.
So this sounds like Georgia, Alabama. If everything goes according to plan.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I'm saying though. In the SEC title game, Alabama has 1 loss now.
Okay.
So if Georgia beats them, Alabama has 2 losses, they're out of the field.
So like maybe Oklahoma would make it if they keep playing like that.
If Oklahoma wins out, they'll make it, or if they have 1 loss. A 1-loss team will make it.
Mercer.
A 2-loss team's never made it. Ohio State's there. I think honestly, I would not be surprised if like this year everyone's talking about how fun it is because of the parity. I would not be surprised if it's some combination of like Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State again with like one other team.
Sounds like a normal year.
So that's just how these things go. But
and
again,
Oklahoma, and then it's really just the same.
Yeah, you're right. But like Oklahoma could lose. I mean,
they definitely could lose.
They don't look very good either. So it really feels like it's just Alabama, Georgia, and everyone else at this point. But, I didn't think Alabama was going to lose a game this year. I really didn't. I genuinely did not. I bet Alabama with the spread at 17.5 against Texas A&M. So things happen, and we'll just have to see. I'm really curious to see how good Cincinnati is and how good Iowa is, because I don't know if Iowa's at the level of the competition that they find themselves among right now. Like, the Among Us thing, like one of them sus or whatever, like.
Yeah, no, there's definitely an imposter.
Yeah,
among the top 4.
Cincinnati and Iowa.
I can see 2 imposters in there.
Cincinnati and Iowa. I'm not sure about all that. Really quick, Noah, I just wanted to get you hyped up for the big game this weekend, because obviously everyone is going to be talking about that big Georgia Kentucky game. But just so you're aware, Mercer is on the road against the Virginia Military Institute this weekend. So.
And that one kind of scares me on the road.
Conference game.
Big. They need that.
Conference game. Mercer's 3-0. They're tied for first place right now in the Southern. It's a big game. Quickly also, that UMass UConn game, the battle of 0-6 and 0-5 teams that
hey, you didn't
it was my favorite football game of all.
Who won that?
So I took Connecticut. I thought UConn was way better than UMass, and UMass won 27-13. And if you can find the video of the UMass students storming the field after that win, there were maybe 60 people there. It is awesome.
Yep. Ziggy, can we get on that?
Because they will never win another game the rest of the season.
So they're just the 60 people. So like
the random, maybe it was like 100, 200 people. Like there was nobody there. It was fantastic. So
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, so just real quick, going into this week, super fast, just for the top-ranked teams, Cincinnati hosts Central Florida, 2-time national champions. It's a meme, but they should win. I don't see them losing the rest of the year. Texas has got to go to Oklahoma State, a ranked-on-ranked game. That's 12 versus 25. Texas got into the top 25 this week, so hopefully they can follow up their big win against Oklahoma. And Oklahoma State, they could find themselves in the Big 12 championship game at the end of the year. And if they can avoid, they're 5-0. So like there's these like sneaky teams that maybe as things kind of like unfold here, but the other ranked game is that Georgia game. And then BYU's at 19, they're slowly making it up there and they have 1 loss. So maybe, but for all intents and purposes, it's kind of where we're at right now, but we'll see. This weekend, kind of a dull one. It's one where the games that you don't expect to be good end up being good, things like that. UConn's got Yale. So
I will not be watching that one.
It's nationally televised, CBS Sports Network, 11 o'clock kickoff Central Time, UConn versus Yale. I've watched every UConn game this year. They have lost all of them. I will continue to because I love bad sports. It is my favorite. I love dysfunction. It warms my heart. Hopefully they can beat the nerds. That's college football this week, though, from yours truly.
Great insight. I learned something new every time.
It's like the weather, I'm like, we got the SEC over here, we got the Big Ten up here.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting in.
We got to get that green screen.
That's true.
All right, well then we'll wrap it up with the NFL Week 5 takeaways. Mike, what is your takeaway from Week 5?
I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously, the Raiders and Gruden is hilarious. My takeaway is I am really, really, really considering putting Justin Herbert as like a top 3 quarterback in this league. He is unbelievable. I was talking about this earlier today at the office. I don't think there is a better coach quarterback tandem than Staley and Justin Herbert at this point. The trust that they have among one another is basically Madden level. It's almost Madden level.
You can tell because they go for it. It was like 4th and 7, and they're just going for it. Yeah,
exactly.
That's so much stuff.
Exactly. So, but he's just a stud. I mean, I know he has some good weapons around him, right? Like Mike Williams is the deep threat. Keenan Allen, you still got Austin Eckler. But exactly. But he's a freaking stud. I mean, he just but he just blows me away every week. Find something else to just be impressive. So that's my take.
Noah.
Mine kind of goes with Samuelson's. Lamar Jackson should be talked about as a top 3 quarterback as well. I mean, that first half for the Ravens, like rough, couldn't get it going, couldn't get the run game going, and then they just blew that shit up. He had like 300 something yards in the second half. He only had like 100 something in the first half, and then he finished with 442 yards, 3 tutties, a comeback win, 2 converted 2-point conversions. And did you see the video when they went to overtime and they got the ball? He's like, it's over. That's fucking badass. That's badass shit right there. Lamar Jackson's a stud. All the haters are saying he's a running back. They ain't talking anymore. And just like Brandon Staley, you're right. Ravens are definitely a top team in the AFC, and the Bills. I think the consensus top 2.
Yeah.
Ravens, Bills, Chiefs defense, fucking hot doo-doo water. But no, like with like Staley and Herbert with their trust, Harbaugh and Lamar have so much trust too. I mean, it's a great combination. I love what I'm seeing in Baltimore. Lamar's a stud. That's my takeaway.
Ian?
My takeaway is that the NFL is narrative driven, and it's driven a week at a time, right? So the way the league looked in week 2 looked foreign to the way the league looks now. Things change rapidly, constantly.
That's every sport.
So for that reason, just letting everyone know that even though the Chiefs are 2-3, not say they're dead yet. Don't count them out yet.
They're not dead, but that defense is a big question mark.
Things change all the time. They got a lot of games to go. And I just see a lot of slander on Twitter. I see a lot of stuff. Seeing a lot of people saying a lot of things. I'm just saying they're here at the end. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, I figured we were going to bring them up in the new segment, but I completely agree.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll say that for a second. I don't know. There was. I felt there was. I guess something to take away. I guess the big thing was Seahawks are in some trouble, to say the least.
No, now they got Geno Smith. What trouble are they in?
I mean, well, I wasn't even talking about that.
Jamal Adams sucks. Yeah, you're right.
Chris Carson, he's banged up right now. But I mean, yeah, that guy Russell Wilson, your quarterback, he's hurt out for 6 weeks. So not looking good for that season.
Usually, has he ever really been injured before?
No.
I was gonna say like he's never gotten hurt, and it's not like he's
like never missed any game time until he got hurt.
Yeah,
and it's not like he got like a hammy or something like running. It was just bad luck. On the midst of the throw, Aaron Donald put his hand out and got his finger. Can't really do much about it. That sucks.
At least our Sundays will be cut short. I mean, I'm not watching that Seattle Seahawks Steelers game. What a boring game.
Yeah, it's like a baseball game on that Sunday night if I watch.
We know how it is. I'm not watching that game.
Big Ben, Geno Smith.
I'm sitting here lying. I'm gonna probably watch, but I'm not gonna like it.
We're gonna bet. We'll probably bet on it and hope for like 100 Ben yards.
Probably take the over on Najee Harris yards. But anyways.
Well, do we want to go? Should we play my game first, or should we go to what we're looking forward to?
I love games.
My game first, or should we go to the
games are
week
fun.
6?
I'm like Jigsaw over here.
All right,
let's play a game.
All right, so the new game is called Convinced or Unconvinced.
Okay. Can I have an example, please?
And so I'm just going to run through. Sure. So well, fine. We'll play it. We'll go off of what Ian said. So, convinced or unconvinced that we should be worried about the Kansas City Chiefs and their defense?
Ooh, that's a different layered question than what.
That's a different question.
Yeah, for sure. right?
But
I'm convinced. I'm convinced they should be worried. If that's I'm convinced.
I'm convinced too, because Mahomes, the defense, how bad it is, puts so much pressure on the Mahomes just to keep throwing downfield. I mean, he has 6 interceptions in 5 games.
I'll take the opposite for the sake of conversation, because I think what Andy Reid is going to do is he's going to change the way they go about playing the game to mask the defensive deficiencies offensively. So Patrick Mahomes has turned over the ball a lot this year. They like to stretch the field. They like to throw the ball downfield. I think they can draw things up to help control the ball, time of possession, things like that, field position, to help mask those deficiencies and be able to still score points to keep them in games. So there you go.
I still think they made the playoffs. I just think they can't compete against the Bills or the Ravens like we saw before. I don't think it's like last year. They could just pounce teams.
All right, ready for number 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are we good for number 2? Or yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Convinced or unconvinced? The Los Angeles Chargers are the new top dog of the AFC West.
Well, this kind of goes with the Chiefs then. Top dogs? I mean,
they have
this
the
year.
best record.
They have the best
for the
record,
future?
and they beat the Chiefs.
You are what your record says you are. Bam.
I really like.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Well, I bring this one up just to play in part of Ian saying that he thinks the Chiefs will be back. So,
yeah,
do you think the Chargers hold on, or do you think the Chargers take over at some point?
At some point, yeah, convinced. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, at some point.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes ain't going anywhere.
Yeah,
I like the Chargers.
Actually
overall, like what the Chargers are doing. I like that. I really like that.
Then I just think that I don't think that saying that's a like.
Now, here on. By top dog, do you mean best record or just best team?
I'm just saying who is your team going?
And in what context?
Top dog as in going forward. Do you think as of right now, with how things are standing,
for the rest of the year?
If I had a team to pick to win this, so if I had a team to pick for the Super Bowl, I'd probably take the Chiefs now.
Really?
It's interesting. I think that the Chiefs are still going to be the best team in the AFC West for the next, for this run.
Chargers will put up a damn good fight though.
Yeah, the thing is that with defenses, it's easier. We've seen this in multiple places. It's easier to retain offensive players than defensive players, and the defensive continuity and stuff like that is hard to hang on to because you lose coaches, you have to pay players, things like that. Like when the head coach is the play caller of the offense, it doesn't matter who your offensive coordinator is, and if your quarterback is who your quarterback is, you can keep all of the pieces kind of together. But in Seattle, the defense got broken up, and now they are not the same. So over the course of time, a defensive-oriented team, I feel like, will fade quicker than an offensive-oriented team. I think there's more staying power. Even with the Patriots, Patriots, when Brady first got there, they were a defensive-oriented team, and then they kind of had to change their identity to match the mold, and their sustained success.
Dude, come on, really?
Is based around the it's based around their offense and their efficiency.
That's a tough question. They're just top dog. When I think top dog, I think first.
And Andy Reid's a better coach than Brandon Staley. Come on.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's going to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't think the Chiefs win a playoff game if it's not an Arrowhead.
They've been playing rough in Arrowhead though.
I know, but playoff atmosphere in Kansas City, they don't got nothing else to live for in Kansas City. So,
all right, next one.
The Kansas City Royals.
Again.
You were good in 2015.
What's next?
All right, next one. We'll stick with the AFC here. Convinced or unconvinced that the Cincinnati Bengals might actually be not contenders, but players in the playoffs this year? Do you think they can reach the playoffs?
No, unconvinced. I like the Browns and the Ravens more.
Agreed.
I'm not fully convinced. So yeah, I guess
they're a good team. They're a good team, but I don't think they could be the Packers is a great game. We'll talk about that later. Hell of a game, but I don't think they could beat those teams on a consistent basis to get up there with the top dogs. So unconvinced.
Okay.
Great weapons too, and Joey Burrow, slide like Aaron Rodgers said. I mean, he's too good, way too good. I mean, that was such a scary hit. It wasn't even dirty.
That guy's a bum. The guy's a bum. Don't listen to Aaron Rodgers.
All right. Next one.
Oh my God.
Convinced or unconvinced? Kyler Murray should be considered the favorite to win MVP.
I mean, a week ago we were convinced.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Cy Young, like it changes everything.
I'm convinced.
Tom Brady threw 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm unconvinced because I got still Brady at number 1.
Ask me next week and I'll probably
yeah. Right now, the only undefeated team that helps. Is there a middle ground? It's tough.
Convinced or unconvinced, man.
Make a choice. That Kyler Murray. Convinced.
No, I got Kyler at 3, so.
Okay. It's so close, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, Herbert, Brady, Lamar. There's so many right now. It's so early, too. That's why. Dak has been very good, too. It's so early. So it's hard.
Yeah, Dak's in my 5.
We don't have a big enough sample size.
All right. So I'm going to continue with them. Stay with them there. Convinced or unconvinced? The 5-0 Cardinals can be legitimate Super Bowl contenders.
Convinced.
Oh, I'm convinced too.
Yeah, they're the best team in the NFC right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Give me Cardinals, Bills, Super Bowl. That's what I like to see.
Okay.
A little rematch of the Hail Mary throw of Hopkins. A little bit of that. That'd be nice.
Convinced or unconvinced that this is now the downfall of the Las Vegas Raiders?
Convinced.
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah, convinced.
Yeah, definitely. They could not, like, just last year they were like, what, 3-0 too? And they fucking plummeted down to the ground. Even with this John Gruden stuff, it's gonna even put them more into the ground. So yeah, I'm convinced.
I'm not.
Really?
No.
You don't think the CAD coaching is?
No, because what better thing to bring a locker room together than such adversity?
I don't know. I feel like that's so much like.
Because now everyone's
outside noise.
Everyone's expecting them to be bad now. Okay. Everyone's expecting it. And they're retaining a guy and a special teams coach that is a really good rep that everyone really likes. Everyone's a big fan of, and they're not a bad team. What's the downfall? What is that? What does that mean?
Last place.
It's really just their schedule. It's really their schedule that's the question mark.
I think they're gonna be last place.
Schedule's tough. It's tough. I can't lie to you. It doesn't look good.
They gotta play the Chargers twice.
That's why you play the games, man. I'm not gonna put any of this stuff on the players.
From the beginning, I think they were bad, so I gotta keep with this.
I'm not convinced. They still very much have a chance. Big noise. The one.
All right. I have my last one for this week of this game. Convinced or unconvinced, it is time to completely panic if you are the Indianapolis Colts sitting at 1-4.
Unconvinced because that division's trash.
Yeah, I'm unconvinced too because they were closer than even that first week 1 game against the Rams. So I feel like if they would have won
the week
that
2 game, they had so many turnovers in the red zone. Wasn't funny. And they would have won if Rodrigo Blankenship wasn't hurt. I'm unconvinced. I think the Colts are still a solid. I think they're the best 1-4 team out there, obviously. And the Titans are the only team they have to compete with, and the Titans are okay. They have a tough schedule too. And the Colts and Titans haven't played each other yet. Oh, no, they played each other once. Never mind. Take that back.
If you're looking at comparisons here between the net points, the Titans have a +2 for net points, and the Colts have a -20. So not too far.
Quarterback play, I'm sure.
I still think the Colts can. I'm unconvinced that the Colts should be panicking.
I think that has to be a significant amount of concern if you're 1-4 because 1-4 teams don't make the playoffs.
No, but it's such a bad division. I'm not counting them out yet.
Yeah.
And it's 18 games.
It's one extra game for sure. And
true.
So maybe, but I don't know. I'm not high on them at all.
There's a really good chance they sweep Jacksonville and Houston. There's 4.
Houston, I don't know. I think if who's playing quarterback for the Colts, like Carson.
Carson wasn't half bad Monday. He had like 400 yards. Again, like I said,
he had 400 yards on Monday Night Football against the Baltimore defense that when Mike said was a top contender in the AFC last week, you said they weren't because of that. So, like, you see how this all happened?
I said the Ravens. I thought it was the Chiefs defense.
No, because remember, Mike came in when he was talking up the Ravens, and you were like, no. And then when you came back today, Lamar played really well. And then you pointed at Mike.
The narrative changes every week. There it is. We came full circle.
Wait, can I throw a convinced or unconvinced?
Okay.
Are we convinced the Lions are the worst?
I don't know.
Okay. Are we convinced the Lions are the worst team in the NFL?
No.
I'm very unconvinced.
Jets are worse.
You think so?
Yeah, the Jets are worse than the Lions. Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
The Lions have lost like 3 games by 1 score. They're not bad.
Yeah, if Justin Tucker didn't have the kick of the season.
I think that if you haven't won yet, you're bad.
You're bad. You have to be bad.
Like your record
the Jets are bad too. I think the Lions are better than Jacksonville.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Is this football fan Ian or is this Bears fan Ian talking? Which one's talking about the Lions?
You can't have no wins and not be bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be bad. Lost games.
Jared Goff is throwing interceptions off of his body. Like, he's not even throwing the ball.
And when
I side with Noah though, I think Jacksonville is the worst team.
Yeah, Jacksonville's worse, but I mean that's like great. You're the second worst team. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Wait, Mike asked the convinced or unconvinced was if Detroit is the worst team in the NFL.
I guess not then, because Jacksonville's worse. I guess I would love to see them play on a neutral field.
All right, actually, this is the official last one.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Convinced or unconvinced, the Pittsburgh Steelers are not dead.
Unconvinced.
I'm unconvinced
too. They have 3 teams better than that division.
At least 2.
Yeah, at least 2.
So.
And the Bengals are better.
I had to ask after this week's win.
And
after
they
this
lost
week's win, I had to ask.
They did
lose. Definitely unconvinced. They're not that great.
Oh, good. I feel like that was a good round of convinced or unconvinced.
I like that.
Agreed. I love the game.
Week 6. What do we got?
Just in general? Like, what are we looking for?
Storylines or games? Yeah, storylines or games.
I feel like storyline, not really the major storyline, but like Sam Darnold, I'm going to see a bounce back game against the Minnesota Vikings. That's the game
rough
to do
game
it.
against the Eagles. Very rough game.
Rough game.
He needs he needs a safety net back. He needs McCaffrey.
Want to see him succeed. I mean, the game I'm looking forward to the most is the Chargers and the Ravens.
Yeah, obviously. That's gonna be really
yeah.
Good.
There's some other decent games in there, but I mean that's the headline for me. I think Baltimore is a favorite right now. I'd take the Chargers. The points.
Probably
don't tell me who wins. I don't know who wins the game, but I'll take the point to the Chargers.
Definitely be a good game. I like Browns Cardinals. Browns Cardinals is a good one. I like that matchup. Give me the Browns. The Cardinals got to lose at some point. Give me the Browns. I think they're gonna take the ball away from Kyler. Chandler Jones is out. He got COVID. That old line of the Browns is great. Chubb and Hunt are just gonna run the ball over them. I think it's gonna be a time of possession game for the Browns. They're gonna hold the ball a lot. Like, give me the Browns.
Okay, Ian. Game storylines you looking forward to?
Well, people like when I take things a certain way. When I
it's the week.
Take things in certain directions. So we're going back. We're going back to old reliable when it comes to me talking about the NFL. This does start the stretch. This is the season. Like, this is the start of the stretch for the Bears right here. This is it. And coming off of an ass kicking in Vegas, just call it what it was. All right, it was like hand-to-hand combat. It was like
there were people fighting.
It was an alley brawl.
Fields was getting absolutely destroyed.
We could say whatever we want, but I mean, the Bears, they pretty much got John Gruden to resign.
there are a lot of memes around of Matt Nagy and him being like, I ended John Gruden's career. So there it is.
I saw where Mac doing it too.
I saw it was like Andrew Luck's final game was against the Bears, and now John Gruden's against the Bears.
Yeah, like not correlated at all. But look, the thing is, that's big because realistically, the Vegas game was the start of that stretch. But since that's a win, we can chalk this up to the Packer game being the start of the stretch. But like no one was like, oh, the Bears going to Vegas are going to win. Like no one was. So a 20-9 win. The defense is playing the best it has played probably since 2019. Like the way they're playing right now, fantastic. I feel good about the point total that the Bengals allowed to the Packers based off of that. Different game, different week all the time. But I think, like I said with that Cleveland game, and it was like the worst game ever, right? Mm-hmm. I think there's a path to victory here. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not betting on it, but I think there's a path to victory here, and they have their next few games, not in this order, but it's the Packers, it's Tampa, and then it's
I think they play Baltimore.
San Francisco, Pittsburgh, the bye, and then Baltimore, right? So I like that Pittsburgh game for us. I love that one. I think we match up well against them. Two really good defenses.
Big Ben runs like 0.4 miles per hour.
Those are the games that the Bears thrive in. The Bears thrive in just the games that you don't want to watch.
Mm-hmm. Just like the Bears Raiders.
Just if the game is gross, they're going to play really well.
But I want to watch the Packers Bears. That's
what you're signing up for.
Okay.
You're signing up for a gross game. And honestly, I really have just, you sent this some of the sound bites. I watched it when the press conference when it happened. Packer week is the only week where I watch the press conferences of the other team. Fun fact. I really like reflective Aaron Rodgers. It's very nice to watch him almost like having like
Bulls fan when growing up.
He's just like
watching the Cubs on WGN.
He's just like, you know what, man? It's been hopefully when it's over, the Bear fans will like me more. It's been real. It's been fun. And I'm like, yep, get out. Thank you.
And then the reporter's like, is there any chance you go play for the Bears? He's like, no. He's like, what the hell? So why do you even ask that?
Like he wouldn't say yes anyway, but like we just picked Justin Fields. Like there's no logistical sense.
And Rodgers like, what the fuck? Why would you ask me that question?
Yeah, dumb as hell. But the point is, it's a big storyline because the Bears and the Packers. It is the de facto best rivalry in the NFL because we're the Bears, and
so also like first two teams, right?
And also, and also, it's a big stretch. If we can pull off this upset, that the more wins that they can steal, the better chance they have. Because if they win, they're tied for first.
Yeah.
So, and their schedule is tough too. They got Arizona coming up. Aaron Rodgers against.
Wouldn't they be in first?
I guess they have the head-to-head. So they'd have the same record. So, and it's Bears Packers, and I'm me. So there's no bigger storyline.
For my storyline and game for this week, it will take place at 9:30 Eastern time in London as the Miami Dolphins take on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Why the fuck did I wake up so early for the Jets game?
Oh my god!
I'm surprised you did.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I could have woke up at the second half and I'd be good because the Jets don't play in the first half. But continue.
Dude, I woke up for that game. I'm 2 hours before you.
What the?
Ooh. On the West Coast? What time was that? Did you even go to sleep?
6:30?
I set an alarm. That's the kind of football guy that I am. I set an
alarm too, but that's my team that I had to watch. I don't know what the fuck you're watching the Jets Falcons for.
Oh, I watched Kyle Pitts.
Oh, well,
you got
what you wanted. So
I did. So
I'm picking this one because there's been throughout the week on Dolphins Twitter, there's been a lot of talk right now about Brian Flores, about how I guess now he is losing the locker room very quickly. Players don't like him. All this fun stuff. I think it's all smoke. Tua's back this week. We're back on track. They have a nice little schedule coming up. They have Jaguars and they have Falcons. I think they have the Texans. Like, they have a nice little easy schedule. I think you can right the ship.
They got the Bills.
But yeah, it's Tua time again. So I'm looking forward to that in London. There's Bills sprinkled in there. So it's fine. We'll play them again. Hopefully it's better.
If they lose Jacksonville, do you sell the team?
The off it. Oh, if you lose to Jacksonville, it The heads will be on sticks. People are going to be.
People will say Tua plays and they still lose.
A de facto home game in London for the Jaguars too.
Give me the Jags.
It's going to be it's going to be rough if they lose. It's going to be rough.
Spread's only 3, right?
Yep.
3.5.
So Vegas thinks it's going to be pretty damn close.
The Jags own London, man. What can you say?
I'm setting an alarm again.
What to see?
I'd rather watch this game than the fucking Jets game.
Yeah, our boy Zach Wilson.
It's gonna be interesting.
What the hell is going on?
Dude, he doesn't wake up until the second half. I don't know what the fuck he does the first half.
He was in Europe, man.
No, it's happened all year. Every week. They've scored like 3 points in the first half all year. They don't wake up. If they played like the second half, man, they would be a 2-win team instead of 1. I mean, man.
The Saturday before the Super Bowl, the Jets should play the Lions.
Oh, the shit bowl? Oh, give me the under.
Yeah.
All right, let's play Georgia.
Next for Georgia? Ooh.
Next, we have the Kings of the week. Mike, who you got?
Tom Brady. First time I think in his career he had over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns.
That's I was embarrassed.
I was going to say my piggyback was it was going to be the entire Tampa Bay defense or team.
I mean, obviously, Tom Brady's going to win his second ring in 2 years. They're going back to back, and it's just beautiful to watch. To be honest, we're watching MVP, just seeing it every week. So he just brings tears to my eyes. Honestly, he put up 47 goddamn fantasy points for me last week. Rock hard is an understatement. So that's my king.
Noah,
the NFL.
Lamar Jackson.
That was mine.
I got it.
I'm good.
No, I got a different one.
Okay.
I'll share it.
4 of us. Oh, you want to share it?
Yeah, we'll share it.
I mean, what else is there to say?
Yeah.
There's not really much. Well, no, I already talked about it earlier.
I mean, I guess I give a nod to
Derrick Henry.
I can go Justin Herbert.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to a non-quarterback. Derrick Henry, 3 touchdowns, 130 yards, doing his normal thing. Kyle Pitts had a hell of a game.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I don't know how the Jets defense. I mean, all they had was Kyle Pitts. They still couldn't stop him. It was the only thing they had. I mean, Patterson and Pitts. That's all you had to go. That's all you had to worry. And both of them went off.
Yeah, good thing they got Salah, that defensive guy.
Hey, the other weeks the defense has been very. Bryce Hall, not the TikToker, has been very damn good this year.
Out of Virginia.
True. I think he's got like 10 million followers too. Like
not the TikToker, Mike.
Oh, my bad.
The cornerback, which is what we needed, and he's been very good. I'm very happy. He can work on his ball, on the catching the ball,
right?
His ball play, because he just can't get picks. The ball just flies out of his hands, but he can stop him. He can spike.
They don't pay corners to intercept the ball. Fun fact.
But it would be nice.
It would be
if he can get. If
that's how you make more money.
It hits his hands all the time. Like he had a pick, and he just went right through.
Wait. So all three of you guys had Lamar as your king of the week?
No, I had Tampa.
I threw Lamar and Henry.
Got it. Okay.
Co-kings.
There's only one right answer for dog shit of the week, right?
Yes, it's easy.
No, now you're coming in here sounding all convinced. Like,
can I stop? Kickers?
John Gruden.
Oh, we're going.
I mean, but I had a different one.
Racist, homophobic fuck. Get out of the league.
All
right.
That was pretty dog shit.
That's true.
Yeah, honestly, I will say that I think that
I can't believe. Here's what. Okay. Hindsight's 20/20, but here's what I can't believe.
It's 2021.
Facts. Here's what I can't believe. I cannot believe that this guy, right? Okay, so I was looking at it, right?
Those emails were over 7 years.
Yeah, over the course of 7 years, right? So I can't believe that, like, if you look back at it, so the Buccaneers were, like, really bad, right? For, like, a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Tony Dungy shows up, right? They have this, like, really good draft. They get Warren Sapp. They get John Lynch. They get Derek Brooks. Like, all right, so they build this, like, really formidable defense, right? Then they lose in the NFC Championship game to the Philadelphia Eagles, who go on to lose to Mike Samuelson's Patriots. Okay. So then The Tampa Bay Buccaneers fire Tony Dungy. He goes to the Colts.
Whoa, they did? They fired him after an NFC championship loss?
It was multiple years, but it was he can't get over the hump type of thing. Whatever. Okay. They make a trade with the Oakland Raiders for John Gruden. John Gruden was traded for draft compensation to the Buccaneers. So a coach contract traded. That'll never happen again. So he takes the team that Tony Dungy basically built. They win the Super Bowl the next year. And then he doesn't have another playoff win. And then he gets fired. And then he's out of the league for 7-8 years, and then gets a 10-year, $100 million contract to come back.
I forgot about that. How egregious that is.
All of the qualified candidates that were in the league, that guy didn't do. He is, and
he hasn't really done much with the Raiders.
Man, fuck that guy. Sorry, you two. We get flagged.
So we got Gruden. I went kickers because was it NFL history?
The easy one.
The NFL history.
I agree.
Extra point miss. Mason Crosby against the other, I don't know the Bengals kicker's name. That was a fucking shit show. The kickers sucked. The Colts kicker, Rodrigo Blankenship, he missed a lot. I know he had an injury, still missed his kicks. They had the punter out there, he missed a kick. It was just kicks, just getting fucking off the post. But the Vikings kicker did make a field goal to clutch up for me. I had the Vikings in my survivor pool. And then the Texans-Patriots game was the first 4 extra points were missed. Mike, were you watching that game?
Yeah.
I live bet the Patriots money line when they were losing. It was one of the best moves I've ever made.
I live bet the Ravens when that was happening. Very, very good moves on our parts.
Davis Mills, by the way.
Mike, yeah, I know they won.
You know I'm disgusted. Disgusted.
How alarmed are you? How alarmed are you?
Winning against the Texans like that is a loss.
Here's the thing, okay? Nick Folk is maybe the GOAT of kickers. He's up there, obviously. Just incredible. Whenever a kicker throws on a Patriots jersey, they just immediately become Hall of Fame talent. It's looking like the same for this kicker. It's disgusting. I hate Mac Jones. I can't stand him. I don't care that he has all these records of completions and this and that percentages. You can barely throw the ball down 10 yards. He sucks.
I would probably have a good completion percentage.
He sucks. He fucking sucks. Bill Belichick has no confidence whatsoever at all. Don't care what he says. I don't care if he needs time to develop. I can't stand him. I hate him. I hated him when he's drafted. I hated the freaking half-mile walk that he had up to the podium. You guys all know I hate Mac. I hide it. I pretty much make it clear. That being said, my dog shit of the week, I wanted to go a fantasy player because I've been doing it for the past 4 weeks. I had Miami defense because they had -8 points. That was my number 1 of dog shit of the week. But then Chris Collinsworth happened. And he is absolutely, for sure, dog shit of the week. Number 1.
I didn't listen to audio. I had the Sox game on.
Oh, let me give you a couple highlights of this audio, okay? Not one compliment about Josh Allen in the entire game. Pretty much every backhanded compliment he gave to Josh Allen, he said Mahomes could do it, but better. And you know the final for that game, right? Up 18. It blew him out, but every highlight was to Mahomes. Not only that, but he was freaking literally on a play in the red zone for the Bills to go into the end zone. Collinsworth is advocating for the Chiefs, that was a great play on Josh Allen. A dirty tackle at his ankle. Literally advocating for this play to happen and saying, that's a good play for the Kansas City defense. Gives him a wake-up call. To injure Josh Allen? Dude,
I can't believe you listened to the audio when the Sox were playing.
I was about to say, I think you're the only one in this chat that watched the Sox.
I watched. No, I got them in the bar. I got multiple.
Yeah, no.
But I wasn't listening to the audio.
Granted, you guys know I also hate Tony Romo when he does games. And I think he also deep throws Patrick Mahomes. But I think Collinsworth said scoot over and let me at him. Because
let me on Mahomes here.
Let me get on this train because it was absurd. I don't mind Collinsworth when in some games. Tony Romo is at the top of my list. I think he sucks. But oh god, Collinsworth pissed me the hell off. I'm sitting there watching dude, Josh Allen is balling. Not one compliment about Josh Allen. It literally killed Collinsworth to give a compliment to somebody else while Mahomes was playing. It was unbelievable. I was fired up. I know I went on. I was fired up, and I'm fired up about the Patriots. Fired up about how freaking awful this team is.
Well, I will say the White Sox commentators for that game probably weren't much better. AJ Brzezinski, can that be my dog shit? It's not even football. It's not even football.
Definitely not. It's not even football. But
I'll allow it. He is. If you want to talk about Collinsworth and Mahomes,
I can't believe how much better Adam Wainwright was than AJ was, and AJ's broadcast way longer.
I don't know the Bulls commentators' name.
Adam Amin.
He's good.
Adam Amin's good.
But AJ,
I like him doing basketball better. I didn't really like him with baseball,
AJ Pierzynski.
I think AJ was just trying to overcompensate for the fact that he played for the White Sox.
Was he talking shit about Grandal's play? We know damn well that is the AJ Pierzynski play.
The big thing.
That's an AJ Pierzynski play.
Yeah, that play where Grandal got hit by the ball.
Yeah. That's just like,
and he's
come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like we know he had intentions on that one. But yeah, we know because AJ, you probably did the same thing.
No, he did. I actually have a very unpopular opinion that the Sox probably shouldn't have won the World Series in 2005 because of all a series of lucky breaks that I like to talk about.
Well, you know that strike three and
at the time. The drop third strike that wasn't a drop third strike.
It wasn't.
Jermaine Dye got hit by a pitch that didn't actually hit him, and that run ended up scoring, and they walked off in game.
Love the cheating, actually. Love it.
ALCS.
Yeah. But AJ Pierzynski has no room to talk. Absolutely no room.
No, he was bad the entire time. He was awful. I just think he was overcompensating for the fact that the national audience was tuning in and they knew he played for the White Sox. So probably, crap, Homer. But Adam Wainwright was having the time of his life, though, man.
Good for him. And when he retires, definitely should be full time.
He's got to check at Fox, 100%.
All right, let's go to our last thing. Let's go to the gambling corner.
Oh man, do we have to? Brutal weekend for me.
I actually had a very good week. Very good week. I was like plus 7 units, which a unit is $5.
Wait, hold on, wait. For our picks, I think you and Ian, not you and Noah and Mike.
I didn't bet those.
I know.
Can I say that?
I think you guys win.
I bet all of them.
I didn't.
I bet all of them. Ziggy? No, I think you two went. You and Noah, I think, went 2-2. I think I went 3-1. And no, Ian, did you go perfect? Were you 4-0?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Good job, Ian.
So I guess not like terrible, but
no, you went 50%. All right, Mike, do you want to go first with your favorite of the week?
My favorite of the week is Dallas minus 3.5 because they're playing just an awful dog shit team in the New England Patriots.
Mine Bills minus Ian? Minus 5.5. Bills minus 5.5 on Monday night against the Titans. That Titans defense is going to get absolutely fucking obliterated. God, it's going to be bad.
All right,
I got the Rams minus 9.5.
The Giants, man, fucking poor Giants. Do they have anybody?
Mike Lennon.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Daniel Jones might play. He was looking a little wobbly, I will say that.
Underdog, since it was I want to specify underdog.
Okay.
Not upset. Underdog.
Okay.
Mike.
So we're saying not like they don't cover the points.
Pick a team that's not favored. You can take the money line, but they can't be the favorite.
Correct.
I think the Jags are going to win. So the Jags.
Okay. Jags money line?
Sure. Yeah, it's fine. I think they're going to win. So.
Noah or Ian?
Washington plus 6.5. Chiefs don't really win by both possessions when they do win. And Heineke's got crazy.
I got the Raiders. I'm following up.
Oh boy.
I'm following up. I got the Raiders plus 3.5 against Denver.
I took Arizona plus 3 against Cleveland.
Why so?
I was digging it. I was just digging it.
The digging it.
I just feel like the Cardinals could still cover the spread. They could lose. They could. Oh,
I take the money line. I take the money line too.
When Stephon digging them, go Bills minus 5.5.
All right. Over under, Mike.
I'm taking a quick glance at these guys right now. I think my over under No, actually, yeah, more so that. My over-under is the over-under of 48.5 of the Rams and the Giants. I'll take the over.
Okay. Am I next?
So you said the Rams here?
Yep.
Okay.
I got
either one of you two?
Over in the Ravens-Chargers game. I mean, damn near Chargers-Browns with damn near over almost 100 points.
It's a good over.
Like a college football team.
What was what's that at?
52.
Give me the over.
Okay. Ian?
Hopefully it's not 52 actually.
This has a winning record, so I'm just going to keep doing it till it stops working. Under Bears-Packers 44.5.
Under in every Bears game. I like it. Appreciate that.
I didn't catch it. It was kind of cutting out there.
I was just going to say it's worked for me all year, so I'm doing the Bears game under 44.5.
44.5. All right.
Yep.
Under 44.5. All right. I'm going to take the over in the Buffalo-Tennessee game, which is at 54.
I like that. I like that too. Tennessee's got no kind
of. All right, and everyone, what is your lock? What is your lock for this week?
My lock is Mike? Tampa Bay money line.
Okay, that's a good bet. Noah, Ian,
Colts money line. They need a win. If they lose to Houston, then the season's over.
Ian,
I'm taking a similar sentiment as Noah is, a team that absolutely has to win. Mike, we're not losing.
Uh-oh.
Dolphins -3. We're not losing. We're not losing.
They're losing.
I heard.
We're not losing.
Oh my gosh.
We're not losing to Jacksonville. No way. Brian Flores is too good of a coach. They got talent on that roster. No chance.
Ziggy, I think I called it a couple weeks ago that the Jags were going to beat the Dolphins.
He did. I remember, Mike. He did this like 2 weeks ago.
Because he definitely about to take the Jaguars.
This is awkward.
He did.
I'm an optimist. I'll root for your team if I have to.
This is awkward.
Hey, Jets ain't losing this week. They ain't losing this week.
Oh,
bye week.
Oh, see, again, this is the awkward one because my lock of the week was Green Bay -4.5.
Yeah, and that was my second one too. That was my second lock.
No, look, this is big brain plays. We're trying to give out winners here. I respect it completely. And look, my loss to the Packers does not look as bad. It's like you need to win more than I do. All right, so it's fine.
That's true. Out of everyone's team, your team's got to win the most. Your team's got the most pressure.
No way they lose. Locking it up.
100%.
Locking it up.
All right, that's fair.
Tua back, man. Come on.
The Jags got to win one game.
On that note, everyone.
I don't know if the Jags can win a game. I don't know. I don't know if they can.
They can only win games played in a foreign country. Oh no.
London. The fans are gonna be rowdy.
Dolphins got a big London following too, though. You know.
I was surprised the Jets got a big one too. I didn't realize how many Jets fans were in London.
London,
they do.
England, the UK, it's a big country. A lot of people.
The Dolphins have a lot of fans in London.
Also, I figured out why I'm a Jets fan. I figured it out.
Oh God.
I can't handle playoff games.
Are you into pain?
I can't handle playoff games. Oh, I just can't.
You're a Suns fan.
Dude, when I picked the Suns, they were trash. What are you talking about? I didn't pick them pick them this year.
But however,
they went unbeaten in the bubble, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Weren't you a fan after that?
Yeah. It was more during
it. They were on a high. Yeah, they were on a high.
It was more during it because it's an Arizona team. I'm a big fan of Arizona teams. I'm like, I like Booker a lot.
Only support maybe two?
No, the only one I don't support is the D-backs because I'm so invested in the White Sox. I like the Cardinals. I went to a Cardinals game. I like the Coyotes. We all know that, and the Suns. So 3 out of 4.
I think the Diamondbacks
team.
I don't like them either.
Diamondbacks are.
I went to a game. It doesn't really mean I like them.
Are they wearing those throwbacks like full time now though?
No.
They should.
We gotta change the color scheme.
The blue. I like the teal blue.
If they bring those back, that'll change my perception of them entirely.
The only
you don't like the team. You don't like those jerseys?
No, the throwbacks I do. Like I'm advocating.
I'm thinking of the city ones. My bad.
No, those are fire with Randy, like the Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
Like
the
ones.
The 90s.
Yeah, D-backs in the Arizona team. I don't really root for. All the other ones I root for.
Yeah. All right, I think that's it. That's every team that Noah likes. So we got that covered.
Unfortunately, the Jets are still on there for whatever reason.
That's why I like the Jets. I can't handle playoff games.
Getting to work the Harry Styles concert was something.
Yeah, did you get any footage of the actual concert?
I did actually, yeah.
I gotta see that. I'm a Harry Styles fan.
Yeah. Ian, how many Harry Styles songs do you know? Because I only know one.
I listened to the album that he's touring for. I listened. Yeah.
What do you think?
So I've actually
know more than me.
I have listened to more Harry Styles than I have Kanye West.
Okay, well,
there it is.
Ooh.
I didn't think it could get more disrespectful, and then it just did. Like almost 35 seconds later.
Have you seen those new tweets with the red flag? That's a fucking red flag right there. If I've ever seen one. I listen to Harry Styles more than Kanye. Red flag.
I don't listen to Harry Styles. I've listened to Harry Styles more than I've
listened to Harry Styles more than Kanye. Red flag.
I'm not an active Harry Styles listener.
Hey, Adele finally made the announcement, so Ziggy didn't have to. She made an announcement. The album is coming, by the way. Her Instagram. Did you see this or no?
I mean, I just knew about the single dropping Friday. Officially Friday, Mike. This Friday.
Oh. What can I interest you in that?
November, was that 18th, 19th? What does that say?
November 19th, 30.
That's her.
I'm probably going to buy the vinyl before.
You don't know what you just hear. You don't know what Adele looks like.
I've never seen her face.
You never seen Adele?
Oh, here, Ian, I got you.
That's the side. That's the side. That's
you ever seen the music
video?
Man,
there's really a lot of side shots.
Ian, I have it right here. Here you go. Here it is.
Let's see it. Oh, here we go.
Something's happening.
I see a black loading screen.
No,
are you about to play music
it's
video?
It's loading.
You, isn't it, Ian?
No. I'm trying to. There.
That's the side shot.
There you go.
That could be anybody.
I'll be real. Adele
literally,
just like.
And you know what? That's
human.
Wait, that's fine.
Wait, I was waiting for 3 minutes for this.
Hold on. Can you go? Who is she following? She's following one person. Can you look at who it is? We need to know who this one person is.
These are the important questions we need to be asking.
Yeah, she's following one person. Who is that?
Hopefully, you know she's dating Rich Paul.
Stephen A. Smith.
It's our other accounts. Official page for all things Adele. What a narcissist. Oh my God. What the hell? The one thing you're following is you? Come on.
Hey man. I don't think she's actually running this account, okay? I think it's probably her team.
I don't.
Wait, hold on. Hey, why do you guys think do you think Mike Mayock is in trouble now? He's trending.
No. He had a press conference.
Yeah, go ahead and take a look at her tweet. Go look at Adele's tweets. I don't think she's running this account at all. So
what's Adele tweeting?
That's probably
this is more important.
Literally not a thing. It's just her single.
Let me go back.
She was cover of Vogue. Her Saturday Night Live in 2020.
Yeah, she's definitely not running this.
Not at all.
Check her likes.
One like.
That's it?
With the football team adding her.
That's a football team, by the way.
Brittany Griner had a dunk. Brittany Griner had a dunk in the WNBA final game.
Who's winning? Who won?
Oh no, actually. My ESPN app says,
Mercury.
Are you sure you want to see the score of this game?
Mercury won. Yeah. We got a series.
We do.
We got a series. Let's go.
All right. Well, on that note, let's end it there. Well, I hope this turned out all right. I hope everyone enjoys the video of this.
Yeah, this is sweet.
And the audio.
Hey, create a life you love, by the way. Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Create it. That's the slogan right there.
Get it tatted.
That's the slogan. All right, well. Yeah, I'm going to get it tatted on my forehead.
All right. Well, on that note.
No, on your bicep.
Let's end it. See ya. We'll see you folks next week.
See you guys.
I'm leaving.
Literally. How do we get